Welcome to Planning Face Syndicate. Thank you all so much for joining us. This is episode 85. Tonight we've got some spoilers, I guess. We got spoilers somehow already. Don't know how, but we got them. At 7, Lawless Time. So we're going to be covering the spoilers because why not, I guess, right? You know, so we're going to cover the spoilers because they are introducing some new mechanics. And it'll kind of set up for some discussions in February as the new set gets more and more released. And then it'll kind of give us a starting point for it. So I thought it'd be fun to go over some of the spoilers, especially because there might or might not be a Sarlacc pit in one of them. We're also going to do a Secrets of Power sealed deck building guide. Essentially what I've done is I bought a pre-release box. We are not going to use the pre-release leaders, but we're just going to use the 6 packs. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take and open the packs, sort them, and then we're going to kind of talk through a little bit about, you know, how to build a deck out of the pool of cards that we are given. With that being said, let me bring in my co-host for tonight. Please welcome to the show the bench warmer himself, Alex. How are you tonight, sir?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Just been mostly just playing around with Slime War and Bale this week, both in Constructed and the Sealed League that I'm in, so having a lot of fun with that. Have showcases of each, so, you know, it's cool.
I do not have a Slime War showcase, so I don't know how you got that. I did not get a Slime War showcase, but I do have a Bale on the way. Some of the money from selling some other cards, I was able to purchase a Bale, and I'm very close to purchasing a Satine, just so I have her.
I have a Satine.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm debating. She sits in a throne. You have to have her. We know that. You know what showcase is still actually held for whatever reason? It's like value all the way through these sets is set 1 Palpatine. like even though like
the most beautiful showcase,
Leia's dropped, Han has dropped, Sabine has dropped in price, but not Palpatine. Palpatine just stays there. So I don't know. Also joining us tonight is the Padawan himself, Mr. Samuel. How are you tonight, sir?
Good. Glad to be back. Went to my mom's, went to my dad's, got called into work randomly. I just have excuses after excuses as to why I've not been back, but now I am, and I should stay back.
Yes. Bringing back the you got a new haircut too?
Yes. So true. I got glasses now. I'm all different.
I know. You haven't put up all the stuff that we've given you at locals. So okay. So just a real quick story. So your walls are very bare. For some reason, our local store has magically gotten all of this promo material that they've never handed out or put up. It's literally been in boxes. And so like for the last 2 weeks, the guy that runs the store just walks in and goes, "Hey guys, I got this cool stuff. Do you want it?" And so what did you walk out of there this week with, Sam?
So I have the Secrets of Power poster to match this one that's going to go right up next to it. And then I have the set 1. I want to say it's Luke, like the little weird banner thing that like unravels like a scroll, and I'm going to put that here, but I'm getting stuff to hang it on Black Friday because I'm a broke college student, so I'm not spending the max amount of money on stuff to hang stuff. That's where that connects there. So it will be up by next week.
It's just funny because we've gotten stuff every week. It seems like, I'll take it. It'll look good in the back of the podcast.
Mm-hmm. I'm bringing back the Vader standee at some point too. I got to figure out how to make it stay standing.
We'll anchor it to the wall. I'll come over. I'll help you anchor it to the wall. There you go.
Hell yeah.
All right. Also joining us tonight is the Giants lost to the Lions. JJ owes me something. I have to go back and figure out what it is, what we bet on this year. But JJ,
we bet nothing, sir, because I asked you this last week specifically, and we decided not to bet anything at all, man.
I don't think that's
I'm not even wearing a Lions hat for this, damn it.
Alex, is that true?
Dude, I don't even remember this morning.
You're supposed to say, no, Chris, we bet that JJ had to wear a Lions hat. And I think I found the perfect one for you. I'm getting you a Lions hat.
Is it the one with the actual lion?
Yes. Yes. You're going to wear the actual lion. it is going to distract the whole stream, and nobody's going to ever be able to concentrate
I'd
ever
watch
again.
a whole episode of just
That'd be
JJ's
a
camera with
Patreon
that.
exclusive. Me doing a deck testing with the hat on it. Oh man, that'd be great.
There. So for everybody to see, this was the original hat that I was going to get JJ last year, and then did not. So. Anyway, glad to be back tonight. We had an exciting week in SWU. I'm a little bummed we haven't had any major tournaments, so I'm kind of fiending a little bit. I feel a little bit more like Sam than I had in the past, because I'm definitely jonesing to go play some competitive SWU. Hence the reason why I wanted to do the sealed deck tech is because for our area, the first PQ that we had go to is a sealed PQ in Chicago. And so, so we are looking at going to that, and I was like, oh, well, let's do a sealed PQ type discussion and kind of talk a little bit about building a deck and all that fun stuff. As a quick reminder for the show, if you are newer to the show, welcome. Make sure you share the show with all your friends. We have restarted the Patreon and we tweaked the levels. So if you would like to help support the show and help the broke college kid be able to afford SWU at some point to travel, or get better equipment so he doesn't look like he's from the 90s. We sorry.
Oh God, he's not even from the 90s. That's the worst part.
2006, baby.
I know. We're old, Alex. Anyway, if you would like to join our Patreon, we actually tweaked our Patreon. We've been fulfilling our commitments by streaming a couple of different. You get to see us do live gameplays a couple times a week, as well as we now officially have our deck techs, or not deck techs, but our decks that we've been playing up in the Patreon. So if you would like to, it's a very cheap. For $5 a month, you can join us and just kind of help support the show a little bit as we grow. Also, I have another announcement. I'm actually full of announcements tonight. We have our podcast is doing a collab with the the Force or Star Wars SWU called Force Fam. They have a monthly online tournament, so I am helping coordinate tournament stuff in Melee and doing some of the casting on the stream with another gentleman from Stone Rain Productions. So if you would like to join a tournament, it's free to join. All you got to do is join his Discord, and you can win a Patreon subscription for a month, or if you already paid the Patreon, you can win a Carbonite pack. So it's a pretty cool tournament. You get to play against a lot of unique people, and I've had fun kind of collabing with them as well. Sam won one of the tournaments. They were all very sad last time because Sam did not join us for the tournament. So hopefully Sam will join us this year, or in a couple weeks for the new tournament coming out. So we do cap it at 32 players. So if you want to, I'll throw a link to his Discord into the description. You can join the Discord and kind of see what it does for itself. All right. So how was everybody's week? Anybody have any fun SWU stuff? Alex says he's now playing Slime more as his new bay. So expect in about 2 weeks we'll get a Slime more deck tech. That's usually what it takes Alex to either throw a deck into the garbage or decide that it's the best deck ever.
It's a funny deck. It's just a mono yellow, just
Ugh.
tempo.
Mono yellow.
Hey.
Exhausted 4. What's wrong with that?
Oh God.
And then make a spy token. That's righty because I have Chancellor Palpatine. It's really fun.
Yeah, Palpatine loves that deck. Is every deck you play have a Palpatine in it? Is that like the thing?
I mean, incidentally, kind of. Not Java.
No Palpatine in the job, but yeah, I can see that. Well, you should throw a one-off Palpatine in there just so we can be consistent.
It's next to my Java showcase in the double deck box. Does that count?
It's
close enough.
Not quite. A little bit there. Yeah, this week is Thanksgiving, so I guess to kind of kick the podcast off, I thought it'd be fun to kind of everybody can go around and say what they're thankful for with SWU, and maybe one of their wish lists for the future. So for me, I'm very thankful for the community that has kind of come of this. I was part of the Destiny community and then part of the X-Men community, and both those games are now defunct. So I reminisce about the good old days, hanging out with people, and now at least I'm very thankful that I have a new community and awesome people to hang out with. Though I will say I brought JJ and Alex along for the ride with me, so there's that. Though I guess technically I can also be thankful because JJ's the one that forced me to play this game when I was very anti playing this game way back 2 years ago. So JJ, thank you for that.
Heck
All
yeah,
right.
man.
JJ, I'm going to kick it to you now. What are you thankful for?
Well, I'm thankful for new cards, man. Every set that's come out has always brought new cards that help kind of revitalize old decks and old leaders. And I keep on finding myself going back and trying out stuff that I haven't tried out before with previous sets. As of recently, I've been actually toying around with a new Bo-Katan deck that does a lot more with like indirect damage and Mandalorians and stuff. And I've just been having a lot of fun of incorporating new stuff with a lot of the older decks. And I really enjoy the time going back and revisiting stuff that I haven't played in a long time. But yeah, I'm definitely grateful for that. Definitely grateful for you guys and all the new stuff that's coming up here for SWU. And yeah, just looking forward for another great year for the game.
All right, Alex, what are you thankful for?
Oh boy, I don't know, man. No, I'm thankful for being on this podcast and all the locals that I now know that I wouldn't have if I weren't playing this game. And it's fun. I enjoy this game. I'm not a big card game person, and this is kind of my first card game, and I'm just like, well, all my X-Wing buddies are playing it, so I'll try it out. And I'm thankful I did.
I know we conned you into the money sink that this game is. All right, Sam, what are you thankful for? You're the last one.
I mean, I'm thankful for all you guys, the locals, Eric, like the main people that we play with. I'm thankful for Han Solo and how every week I can come in and rage bait you by playing one of the most meta decks and make you go, I can't wait till this deck rotates. It's part of the highlights of my week. I'm thankful for the podcast, being able to let you guys have like adopted me into it. Absolutely love it. It's now one of the highlights of my week. So yeah, I'm thankful for it all.
Don't worry, I am bringing decks to counter Han 1 this week, so that way
So
that
don't bring Han 1.
yeah. So don't bring Han 1. That's probably what you should definitely not do.
What counters Han 1? It's probably Trench.
Oh my god. I'll just not come to locals this week. I'm gonna prepare myself by not coming.
Yeah, just throwing it out there.
Yeah. You also know what likes to counter Han 1? Deidre Blue. And I don't have to wait.
So does Iden Datavolt.
And so does Iden Datavolt. And
72 cards.
And who has who has all three of those decks officially built and in their binder or in their deck bots ready to go?
They can almost be a trilogy deck.
Almost, not quite. They all use Vigilance, Alex.
Yeah, they said almost.
This is the scariest conversation I've ever heard.
Yeah. All right. Well, why don't we kick it off? We're gonna kick off the show and talk a little bit about A Lawless Time because we got some pretty cool spoilers. I won't lie and say that I really genuinely wish they had held off like at least one more month, if not two, to give this. But I will say, like, I do think on a marketing side, this is probably a very good play. They utilized a non like SWU specific event to alert us all of this stuff. So they announced a lot of this at PAX Unplugged, which is a very big convention, which I actually wish we had gone to this year because I'm very sad I didn't get to go. But maybe next year they'll throw a regional there and that would make it even more logical for me to go. So they did it in a way where like they talked about Arkham, they talked about Marvel Champions, and then they talked a little bit about SWU at the end. So it was kind of nice to actually get it. I will say, like, we will cover this and then I will not talk about this until spoiler season starts, probably, but maybe not. But it does give us a little bit of info on how they see rotation and kind of what they're trying to introduce as rotation happens. And I will say, based on some of the stuff that we've seen, I'm kind of glad we're getting a little bit of a rotation. Though I'm more for rotating just one set out at a time versus all three sets, but that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. That's how they do it. But as you can see from the graphic, there's going to be a new Boba Fett. They haven't told us that, but there's going to be a new Boba Fett. There'll be a new Lando too, which I'm excited for. What they actually will do with Lando, and I hope to God Lando's good this. Like like Lando, the other Lando, the first Lando was pretty decent. Second Lando was, I wish it could be better. And then you can also see a Jin, so I'm kind of hoping we get a real Jin this time. That would be nice. But essentially, what they talked about is a lawless time. This is the key focus is going to be on those who break the law. Now, I hope we get another Hondo leader out of this. If it were up to me, I would get another Hondo leader. I hope it has something to do with some crazy mechanic, and Hondo's the best character ever, and we can all yell Hondo every time we play. That's an X-Wing joke for those who don't get that.
I'm so confused right now.
I mean, I would scream that all the time.
Yeah,
For what it's worth, and I don't even know who those characters.
I would too. Well, man, I kind of now want to keep my scum stuff just so I could play Hondo. Anyway, JJ, you should have drafted me in X-Wing League so I could have played scum and played Hondo the whole time.
Damn it, man.
Yeah,
I tried to trade, man. I tried.
Yeah, they're not going to trade with you. That's not how that works. Though I'm not doing as good this season as I did in next league. All right, so the key points for the set is they're going to introduce multi-aspect cards. And what does that mean? That means you are now going to get a card that is hero, red, and blue. So that means you have to have red and blue to be able to play it or pay the cost of it. The second thing they introduce is these things called credit tokens, which you can earn in some way, shape, or form. And they said it's going to help activate powers. It'll help reduce the cost of cards. They did not say it only had to do with multi-aspect cards, by the way. So if Vigilance does not rotate, just as an FYI, I 100% can now play Vigilance for 4 costs. So I just want to make sure everybody knows. And Cunning for 4, and I don't have to play just double blue. So just as an FYI, that if they don't rotate those 4 cards, that will happen. But the credit tokens are going to be able to be generated the same way as Force, except for you're allowed to have multiple credit tokens, from my understanding. But they didn't say how many you're allowed to spend at a time. So I don't know, Alex. I didn't see that in any documentation.
I don't know why you would assume there would be a cap on them.
Just because I don't know. I don't know. I'm just hoping like the Force there is, because remember we talked about that with the Force. Like, could you imagine if you could activate that Force ability like just like crazy, and like some of the Force connections like that you'd be able to do?
You can if you had multiple ways of generating the Force. So,
but you can't do it in the same action though. So like you can't use the Force and then generate it and then use it a second time.
Yeah, but this is like giving something like 2 experience tokens, right? You're not.
Yeah. Okay.
Like or creating multiple spy tokens or something, right? Like it's not. You can just stack them.
So we'll see how they play it out, but I think that this is a very bold maneuver, depending on how they build some of it. The other things of note are Jabba and Leia spotlight leaders. Did you guys see those? We'll talk about the Leia in a second, because somebody that's smarter than me has to make her make sense, because I didn't understand that character at all. We're getting at least 2 new rare bases. My assumption is we'll get 4 new rare bases, but we do have 2 new ones that have cool things. And this set has 260 cards. So
That's a lot of cards.
Well, it is like one of those like block starter set ones, right?
Yep.
Like set 1 needed to have so many cards so that you'd be able to play for a good amount of time until the next set came out.
I mean, also Secrets has 264, so roughly in line with things.
True.
Yeah. All right. So now, before we get into any of the leaders or any of the other things, do you guys have any comments? And then if not, we can just jump into the actual spoilers. So did anybody have thoughts, comments they want to talk about before we get too far down the road?
So with the accumulation of credits, I can't wait to see like an event card or a new aspect that comes out in the next set that allows you to steal credits, like a heist keyword or something like that. That'll be a really great or like a great design to add into the game to like try to steal credits from your opponent.
That'd be cool if it's like generate 1 credit or take 2 from your opponent.
Yeah.
so you don't get like super punished if they're not generating credits.
Aldani heist or something like that from Andor. That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah. So do we think prestiges are just going to be underworld units this set, or do we think they're going to be like underworld some rebel? Because what we've seen a lot of is underworld villainy so far, like a lot of good stuff underworld villainy. But we've seen a few splash of rebels that we'll get into in a little bit too. That I'm kind of like, that's probably where they're going to lead this with.
Well, I mean, it's like Jabba starter deck and Leia starter deck, right? So
Yeah.
you get
We would
underworld and
assume.
rebel stuff.
Mhm.
How soon are we doing way too early predictions for leaders?
I
That's going to be a fun one.
not next week. How about that? I'm going to just state it's not going to be next week. So we'll wait till December at least. Maybe it'll. We probably should do it sooner than later, though. Knowing FFG, there might be something coming. I'm kind of hoping they take December off and don't give us anything new for December. It would be super nice. And I really actually wish the best thing that they could do is like do more drafts and sealed streams. Like that would be the best thing ever. Like I love watching those and listening to them banter back and forth about why they're keeping a card or not keeping a card because of Jack. Like I just like that's one of my favorite things ever when they argue with each other. But we will do one. At, well, let's talk in a couple of weeks. How about that? We'll do it. We'll wait a couple of weeks. If they start revealing cards each week, we will immediately do one. Except for not next week. I'm not doing one next week though. All right. Anything else?
Let's get into it.
All right. So we have our first leader again. We have another Jabba guy. Cannot believe we have another Jabba, but we do. So
Too many
Jabbas. So who wants to cover Jabba first?
I mean, I'll do Jabba.
All
Jabba's funny.
He looks funny on this. He looks stoned as hell too in this.
I mean, he
photo.
looks stoned to hell and
He
everything.
does.
Have you
Yes,
seen his
he does.
showcase this set? His eyes are just bloodshot.
It's like,
Oh.
yo.
I mean, they have hookahs and stuff there, right? It makes sense. Anyway, so it's Jabba the Hutt. He's a yellow villainy. He's got the traits Underworld and Hutt, which shouldn't be surprising. As an action, you can spend one resource, exhaust, and also return a friendly Underworld unit to its owner's hand, and then you create a credit token. And I guess I'll speak to what credit tokens are because that's pretty relevant. The credit token is a token. While paying resources, you may defeat this token. If you do, you pay one less. So you invest, basically, or defer kind of stuff. So he flips on a 6. He's a 3/9, which is huge. I mean, he always is really big. And then as an action, play an Underworld card, an Underworld unit from your hand. If you defeated a credit token while paying its cost, that unit gains Ambush for this phase. And that's not like once per turn or exhaust Jabba or anything. So if you just spam out a bunch of little, I don't know, like Greedos or something that are free, it's kind of funny.
Everything gets ambushed.
Yeah, the Underworld thing gets ambushed if I have a bunch of credits, which is pretty cool. I like that design.
Greedo rotates though, so we will not have a Greedo unless we get a new Greedo, which we probably will.
We already
Greedo,
do.
like, anything.
Salacious be Crumb.
Yes, well, I didn't spoil that yet for someone else.
Yeah, I'm just saying the name. I'm not saying anything else about it.
Yeah, I actually really like. So I like the credit. I like the credit mechanic. I am gonna just openly state that I already like this credit mechanic more than I've ever liked the force mechanic. Like this is super fun. I will show you a token in a minute that I'm super excited to play with that I bought in Destiny that I can now actually play with in SWU. Like 5 years later, I'm so excited for that.
Oh man, JJ, we have X-Wing credit tokens. We can just use
Yes,
those.
we do. Yep.
Nice.
Do we have credit? I don't.
Yes,
what
you
credit,
do.
What credit
They,
tokens?
they were used originally
X-Wing
as
1.0,
like,
baby.
Oh,
yeah, from 1.0. They were usually for like charges and stuff for like various upgrades.
What was essentially charges back then, yeah.
Yep.
I don't have any cool alternate arts. This is my main game. I don't have any other games to have an extra credit token. I'm gonna have to.
I have to hook you up, dude, because I have like a whole like freaking
Oh, those are
shopping
pretty
bag
slick.
full.
I have
Yeah,
actual
that's
credit tokens, like
that's
actual ones.
awesome.
Because in Destiny we had to have physical resources, and
Yeah.
this is what they were. So I have a whole box of them. I'm
Nice.
happy I didn't get rid of them. I actually almost just threw them away because I was like, I'll never use these for anything again.
I'm gonna devil's advocate. I don't know yet if I'm a fan of the credit mechanic. Because the part that confuses me is the type of card they are. They are not an upgrade, they're not a unit, they're not anything that we know of right now. They kind of just sit there.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So then they become like kind of a resource, whatever. If they do so, the thing that'll really win me over is when they do weird stuff for no reason. Like when they put out the card last set that was like, pay the one, play the plot card from your resources just because you can. Okay, cool. I like that. I want them to do something with the supply trait on the credit. I think that would be absolutely amazing, just to give it a connection to other types of cards that we already have now.
I want the Hondo. I want a Hondo that says, exhaust your Hondo, search your opponent's resources for a supply trait, and steal it. And if you don't find one, take one of their active credit tokens.
Jeez.
That seems
Well, joke's on you,
overpowered.
don't have either.
Then you just Watto doesn't work. Well, maybe that should be Watto instead of Hondo. Maybe we should have a Watto.
Four
That
stacks
is
of
gonna
back.
be one of my list predictions.
But also, Sam, like the credit tokens are just like the force token. Like that doesn't
Yeah,
have a category either. It's just is a physical representation of something you have.
and I've always liked it when it comes from your deck or it does something to interact with your deck. It doesn't just kind of like sit there. I don't like that, but I think they can do cool stuff with this. I think it's a resource, but not a resource. Like you have to pay to always get them. You have to do these other things. Like I feel like they will do something to win me over, but right now I'm too skeptical until we have more than what we have right now.
Well, they already do something. Like you spend a credit token to ambush a unit for Java. Like so, it's already utilizing them in non-payment forms. It's like so you're getting a 2-for-1. You are granting a unit ambush plus using your token to reduce the cost of it. I don't know. That's pretty good to me. Like I could be wrong, but that feels good.
Incredibly broken.
We don't
Depending
know
on how,
that.
yes, depending on how credit generation works, being able to just have timely intervention on a body seems disgustingly good to me. Especially with
Fennec
rotating
does that.
hit. Yes, but you have to you pay for her, she's restricted. This is a lot less restrictive. It's just Underworld. And
Yeah, but like when Fennec's flip is literally any unit you want to ambush out.
No, it's not. It still has the same restriction.
Well, you don't have to pay extra for it.
True.
That's what
Underworld
I'm saying.
just seems more versatile than what is it, 4 cost? Or is it 5 cost?
Well, you just better hope we have a Rivals Fall.
Yeah, right.
That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on. JJ, you want to talk about the Great Pit of Carcoon?
Yeah, so this is one of the new bases that we got here. So this is a green base with 27th health.
This is the starter base for
the starter
Java.
base. That's right.
Yes, this is not like a
and,
common or uncommon thing.
Yeah, which is fantastic. Actually, I kind of like that they did that because it kind of forces people to actually buy the starter packs, right? Which are not a bad buy at all, honestly, for what they come with. So, but yeah, it's 27 health, Great Pit of Carcoon, and it reads Epic Action. Discard a unit from your hand, search your deck for a card named the Sarlacc of Carcoon, reveal it, and draw it. And I guess if we want to go down to that card, we can read what that is. So it's an 8-cost card normally. The Sarlacc of Carcoon comes in with 8 attack and 9 health, and it's a creature. And it reads: on attack, put a unit from your discard pile on the bottom of your deck. Deal damage equal to that unit's power to an enemy ground unit. I want to say Crate Dragon would be great if it wasn't rotating out, but yeah. I mean,
we have
Zillow
Minotaur, Zillow
Yeah.
Beast.
You have Dryden. You can just pitch a card that has high attack.
Mhm.
Yeah,
and then give
exactly.
something ambush. And,
I didn't think about that.
I mean, it's like a double green thing, but you know.
I mean, I would put this current set's Padme with this particular base, and I mean you can do a lot. Like it's nice.
it is, it is an epic action, right? So it is once per game, but like also it's like just whenever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
It would suck if you have that in your opening hand though. So
That's
you're just
true.
like, well, I mean, I guess if you're running multiples, sure, but it is, a unique unit.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to the next card. Sam, tell us about Salacious Crumb.
My boy. So we've got a 1-cost yellow villainy Salacious Crumb ground unit. They took out the B for some reason. And so it's a 0/2 underworld creature with raid 2, and if you control Jabba the Hutt as a leader or unit, this unit enters ready. It's a starter card. That seems really good. It's just cheap underworld stuff. I love that. I just love cheap stuff in general. So cool.
I'm gonna pay one, right? Bring it in ready.
Yep.
Attack, kill something, or do 2 to base. Then I'm gonna get Jabba's ability, pay a second one, put it back in my damn hand, and go ahead and get a credit token, and then I can spend my credit token and bring him back out, ready again, and just attack into base a second time. That's 4 damage on turn 1. Seems pretty good.
Then you can pitch a card and get a Sarlacc pit, because why not? You're just shoving all the actions in the first turn.
You don't do that.
That seems so good.
So I don't know. There you go. See?
So also, minor thing about Great Pit of Carcoon, right? If they do print something like Restock, or also just in general, like the Sarlacc pick, right? Searching your deck for it will reshuffle your deck. So all the cards at the bottom of your deck are now shuffled back in.
Yes.
Which is really useful if you have things that go to the bottom of your deck.
Yep. Crazy, right? Like now I can shuffle my deck and, I didn't like where I was at. Let me reshuffle
one action shuffle my entire deck.
Mm-hmm. All right, the next card we have is called Unmarked Credits. It is a supply card, and it is a 1-cost yellow that says create a credit token. Pretty simple, pretty cool. If you need a credit token for something versus a resource, makes sense. All right, let's move on to Jabba's Rancor. Who wants to do Jabba's Rancor?
I guess I'll do Jabba's Rancor.
You have to make it, say it subtext too, please.
Snack time?
Yeah, it's the best one. It's so fun. I love it so much.
It's no exclamation die meat bag, but it's solid.
It's snack time, baby.
Yeah, so it's Jabba's Rancor is a 7-cost yellow villainy unit. It's a 7/7 underworld creature. It's uncommon. It has hidden. And on attack, an opponent chooses a ground unit they control. You may deal 7 damage to that unit.
Yep.
Don't have 2 health left on your base, and them choose an OOM series officer.
That's a different thing. That guy's rotating out too, so it won't matter.
Sure. Okay, well, anything else that just does damage to the opponent's base.
Yeah. I do still like this. I actually think this is a pretty good card. Maybe we'll actually be able to play that creature handling guy in.
Yeah.
Malakili.
Yeah, maybe we'll actually be able to
slot
play
right in.
Because we've got a Rancor and a creature pit.
And Salacious Crumb, who's free, so you can do even more free first turn plays. Because you can do that whole Salacious Crumb hand loop if you have Malakili to start off.
No, that's true. I can't wait. I got hyperfoils of those.
No, you wouldn't be able to do it all that because you wouldn't be able to pick it back up. But second turn you could.
I'm kind of sad that this has a villainy aspect on it because I really want to play this in Kanan. But still, it's super, super good. Like I like this creature a lot. It's a solid 7-cost, and comes with hidden on top of that. So, like that's a really good card to have.
All right, so let's move on to the next leader. We have Leia Organa, JJ.
Yeah, so
Tell
we
us
got
about our girl.
We got Return of the Jedi Leia, although I'm kind of surprised they didn't have her with like her mask on.
Yeah, it
From
just looks like
Return of
Jen
the Jedi.
Urso here.
Yeah, exactly. So she comes with Someone Who Loves You as a subtext, of course, and Rebel only. Action, spend 2, and for this phase, gave a unit +1/+1 for each different aspect it has. And then when she deploys on 5 resources, she is a 2 attack, 2 defense rebel unit with Overwhelm. And when deployed, choose a unit, give an experience token to that unit for each different aspect among the units you control, which means you can also choose Leia for this particular one as well. A little underwhelming for me, mainly because that ability costs you 2 resources just to give a +1/+1, and if you only have a single unit on the board, that seems like a pretty steep price. Now, if you have like a bunch of units on the board, then kind of feels okay.
Well, it's
But
for that unit's aspect.
Yeah, it's only however many that unit has.
yeah,
But if it's like
exactly.
a green villainy or a green heroic, I guess, then it's still spend
Yeah,
2 to
I'm-
give this thing +2/+2.
when you have cards like Shoot First or like gosh, what's the other one? Snapshot Reflexes. That I'll give you that buff and also let you attack in the same turn as well. Like this kind of feels just kind of underwhelming for it. But I mean, who knows? Maybe there's different things that you can combo with other cards coming in with this set that might make her a little bit better. But she just feels a little underwhelming right now for what she offers.
So
Also seems really good in Twin Suns.
yes, and I don't actually dislike her leader ability. It does feel steep a little bit, but like I think that's fine for now. I don't like her flip turn though. Like, what am I doing with a 2/2?
Yeah.
I don't I don't
Well,
know.
you give it to herself. Like,
Give an experience token to that unit for each different aspect among units you control. I guess if you can, you could probably have up to 4. So I guess for 5 she becomes a 6. I guess. Okay.
no,
I
just
guess
take control of their units. Just play traitorous, steal their units, and get more aspects.
Okay. Well, that rotates out too, so
love
that won't
rotation.
happen either.
Liberated by darkness. I mean, there's like whatever one you feel like taking control of. Like it's whatever.
You're gonna pay 9 and use the Force?
Listen,
I'm
yeah,
scared of that, man.
watch me.
Oh my god.
That was just the first one that came to head, but there's like other things that you just take control of things.
So I guess that's fine. I guess that makes sense then. So you're saying because the problem
It's a
is
niche
if,
scenario. I'm just saying,
if they
like, you
if
can
they
also take
control your
control of
units
things.
though, right? Like if they control your units and you don't have any units on the board, what do you flip? What are you gonna do? Right? like I don't know
I
what
mean,
you
you
do.
can give her +2/+2. She's just 4/4.
Okay, so you can do it based on yourself then, right? Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
She is among a unit you control.
Okay. So I guess that's better. So she's a 5 cost 4/4. Thank you. So like that's really what that is. She's a 5 cost
At
4.
bare minimum, yeah.
So she's a
I
little bit
mean,
better then.
She can always, if you don't give the buff to her, she can always kill Salacious Crumb. She can always kill spy tokens, and she lives. She's miraculous. And she's giving buffs to your other units, and she has Overwhelm. You're overwhelming 1 damage if they have a damage on them.
Sure, but I could also give all those experience tokens to Axe Wolves that I have in my deck.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
If you wanted.
You could just do emergency powers too with Axe Welts. Okay, let's move. Let's keep moving on. Let's talk about Damio's Palace.
Daimyo's Palace.
Yeah. Sam, what is this new base?
We have a 27 health blue starter, or just common base. Whoa, wait,
Yep.
that's just a common base?
All the common bases have this text for this set.
Oh, that makes so. I thought this was just a
So
starter
the set
base.
can actually be, playable
Yeah,
in limited
okay.
formats.
That makes so much more sense to me now. But this card is a Tatooine traded. Can't forget these traits on these bases, just in case. Homeworlds. Epic action: play a card from your hand, ignoring one of its blue, green, red, or yellow aspect penalties. I'm not saying the full names of the colors. This seems really good. Apparently, if it's on all of the common bases, then that's really good. But yeah, like then you can actually play Zeb, or you could play Hondo. You can play these multicolor or multi-aspect cards. I hate that it's an epic action though, and you can only play one of them. I wish it was like 20 health, but you could do that like once a round or once a turn or so, like something like that, where you can do it more frequently for a significant drop of health.
I mean,
That's
maybe they'll have a rare
Anakin.
base that does that.
You could just do that with Anakin.
But you have to
Mothma.
spend the force, and it's only events, and it's only villainy traded events.
Or Mon Mothma.
Or Manma.
Or Mon Mothma, baby. Where's my officials at?
So the first card from her deck is called Han Solo. He is a 1/1/1 Rebel blue-green shielded on attack, giving experience token to this unit. So the first,
he's recently unfrozen.
yeah. So he doesn't know what he's doing. He looks very confused with that axe in hand, but he's there. But whatever, it's a cool card. All right, Alex, tell us about R2D2.
Yeah, we got more R2D2s because why not? We have so many R2D2s.
Too many R2D2s. I'm gonna make
Come
that
on,
joke louder.
Otter.
So it's a Spotlight deck card here. R2D2, part of the plan. It's a 2-cost green heroic unit. It's 1/5 rebel, it's a 1/3 rebel droid. And then when played, you can search the top 5 cards of your deck for a unit that shares an aspect with a friendly unit, reveal it, and draw it. So just functionally draw whatever the best card is out of your top 5.
Yep.
Unit card.
Mm-hmm. Seems pretty good, actually.
It's so good. We love green
Plus,
heroes.
for Sabine.
support.
Ugh.
You don't have to worry about Sabine anymore. Sabine's gone.
We don't talk about
Not
her.
that Sabine.
What's Sabine?
I don't know. They could have another leader Sabine.
Sabine's masterpiece.
Cassian, sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Next one we have is Jaunty Light Freighter. JJ.
Jaunty. So it's Jaunty. It's a 4-cost green and heroic aspect with 1 health and 1 attack with a vehicle transport. So perfect for Rio, honestly. It comes in with when played, give an experience token to this unit for each different aspect among the units you control. This might be interesting to see in the Chancellor Palpatine deck from set 3, right? Because you can flip and play different aspect units for ability and hero on that. And assuming a magical Christmas land, you're able to get that there. Putting 4 experience onto this, making it a 5/5 for 4 costs could be nice. Again, a lot of setup on there. But beyond that, the most you're getting on this is just 2 experience, making it a 3/3. It's
At minimum, it's a 3/3
yeah,
for
at
4.
minimum rather. Yeah, it's a 3/3. But it's I don't know. I think there are better options for what you're paying for 4 costs on there. Again, if there's other things that might combo into this, it might be better. But at face value right now, just feels like you have better options for a 4 cost.
Can I ask a judge question real quick? So, like, I know Snoke rotates, but if Snoke didn't rotate, does Snoke trigger and kill this thing before it can give experience tokens to itself? Or does it get to choose that it gets to give experience tokens to itself so you can't kill it?
I believe Snoke triggers first because it's like a static kind of effect.
That's what I wondered. And Snoke's rotating, so whatever. But I'm just saying, like, that, it's just like between this and the Han Solo, right? I don't know. I guess you're playing Snoke on 8, but it's just hilarious because it's just like Snoke just says, no, guys. Ugh.
Yeah, JJ said Chancellor Palpatine, and my eyes perked up because you guys are all the Emperor Palpatine guys. Love that for you. But you said the Flippy Palp, and that's my thing. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
rotating
so-
too, so don't worry about it.
Sad. Yeah, I know.
Why do you do
Get
this to me?
your
Every
Chancellor
time.
Palpatine Treya in right now while you can.
Hey, I'm in the works of getting that showcase this week. So that will be a thing. Emergency powers, baby.
Yeah. I'm
If
the
only
guy
he was
that
sitting on
plays
a throne.
Han 1 all the time, but I sold my Han 1 showcase, and now I'm going to buy a Chancellor Palpatine showcase that rotates out at the same time and is less cool.
I don't sound like Mickey Mouse. And for one, and for two, I'm trading for it. I'm not buying it. I'm trading for it. So I'm giving away sets 1 through 3 cards for a set 3 card.
Seems Seems silly to me. I hope you
All right,
play the hell
Showcase
out of
boy,
it.
I don't want to hear it from you.
All right. Tell us about Hans Golden Dice.
Oh, don't mind if I do. So we have a 1-cost yellow heroism upgrade, Hans Golden Dice. Attached unit gains on attack, discard a card from your deck. If the cost is odd, create a credit token. It's an item. Let's see some item trait support. What we do with Luthen, I forgot about that.
And bounty posting.
Oh, well, that rotates. But
Sure.
still, we love that. This just seems absolutely disgusting in Han 4, right? Like, why are we getting Han 4 support when that's one of the best decks in the game right now? I'm the Han guy, and I'm still like, why are we giving like my arch enemy of decks more support right now?
I love this card. This card is
I bet you do.
I just love this card. I like rolling the dice.
God. Han 4 is the new Sabine post rotation. And that sucks. Because now I have to deal with it and I have to tech against another big aggro deck.
Just ECL out of Purgle. That's what I did.
Don't both. Oh, wait, no, the Purgles don't rotate. I like that. I like that.
And neither does the Jabba, where that body is, where you could absorb like 6 damage and bounce it back.
Oh my god.
All right, let's keep moving. We got a Zeb Aurelius Spectre 4. He is a 5-cost blue-red hero, 4/4 Rebel Spectre with Sentinel. When played, you may deal 3 damage to a ground unit. If you control a green or yellow unit, you may deal 5 damage instead. I actually don't think this is a bad card. I actually kind of think this is a good card. I don't know. We're talking about whether things are good or bad, and we don't know anything about the set yet or anything too much. So I'm only going to say I think this looks like a pretty decent card. If not, it's definitely good in Leia. So there you go.
I mean, with Kanan decks that he can give out shield tokens to Spectre units, and Kanan is actually really good in green as well. This actually is a really good card. Like I like to add this into my Kanan decks along with a bunch of other Spectres on here. This is a really good card to play at 5 to do a lot of damage to a big unit, or at least a Sentinel piece that's already played out on the board. This is definitely going to see some play for sure. I like this version of it. I wish Hera wasn't rotating already, but still.
I was about to say, are you ready for the retroactive Eternal Format Hera buffs?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You ready for some Twin Sons, Kanan and Hera?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm ready for, baby. All right.
Does rotation affect Twin Sons?
Nope. At least as
I thought
of
they
now.
updated it and was like, hey, the ban list and the rotation list affects Twin Sons and Trilogy. Or was that just the ban list?
Just
they did Premier and Eternal Format Trilogy. I do not remember if they did Premier and Eternal Format Twin Sons, but I don't think that Twin Sons has a Premier format. I think it will just always be Eternal. I'm like 99% sure.
yeah.
Okay.
That's the way it is now. You can play Boba Fett and Django now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, the Han guys hating on Hans when I say I'm so glad that Han 2 rotates because of 4-cost 4/2 Sentinel deal damage just cuz on it or when played just seems good for that deck. Being able to kill a unit, force you to swing into it unless you have like a Daring Raid or a target.
Why only reduce the cost by 2 when the credit tokens exist?
Yeah.
Just play it for free.
Yeah.
Don't encourage him.
I think that's another thing you guys are missing in Leia decks is that, credit tokens are a thing. So, like, you could run out of aspect cards a lot more easily with credit tokens to make them roughly the same price.
Sure. Imo was only commenting on her flip turn. The rest of it, I think, is good.
No, I'm just saying, like, that. I don't think that was, like, super intuitive because, like, it is literally a new mechanic. But, like, that does fit into multi-aspect cards like this.
Yeah. Let's talk about Leia's Disguise. Alex, what is Leia's Disguise?
Yeah, it's Leia's Disguise from episode 6. There it is. It's unique because it's only hers. So it's a 2-cost blue heroic upgrade. Gives you +2/+2. It's an item and an armor. Attach it to a non-vehicle unit. The attached unit gains the Underworld trait. And when played, if the attached unit is Leia Organa, give a shield token to a friendly unit.
So you can give yourself +2/+2 and a shield token.
You give Space Leia +2/+2 and a shield token.
Whatever. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't care about that.
Yeah.
And then you can light speed assault her into something. Do even more damage.
You know, it'd be really cool if this had plot on it.
Oh
I flip layout
Yeah, for
immediately.
real.
We just solved Tanner's problem. To just lay this with plot. All right, JJ, what is Hondo? Tell me about Hondo.
Hondo, we got another Hondo card. I love it. We got a 5-cost yellow and blue aspect Hondo with 3 attack and 7th health with on the Underworld's keyword. And he reads, when you may look at the top card of your deck at any time, and then as an action play the top card of your deck, uses playing his cost and use this ability only once each round. Super, super nice, especially when you pair this together with some of the looking mechanics or even some of the discard mechanics. If you look at a card and you don't want that, you can discard it. Works really nice with Padme, for instance. This is a really good way to kind of go through your deck and pull out a card for when you need it. And the best part of it is that it's not restricting you to have either a unit or a particular event card that you can only play with Hondo. So you can play just the top card of your deck regardless of what type of card it is. So that's pretty cool. The only thing you just got to be mindful, of course, is just keeping track of your resources, making sure you're not overcommitting your resources for that. But still, pretty cool. I like this a lot.
I like the fact that you may look at this top card of your deck at any time. So like you could be in the middle of your turn. I'll be like, hold on, can you stop? I need to look at this card.
Right.
And then you'll be like,
I forgot what it was. I need to do it again. Yep.
Could you
and then
stall
you get called
someone
for
out?
slow playing and you get DQ'd. It'll be
Yeah.
great.
You can't because it's like a legal mechanic. Be like, I'm not
You
slow
get a warning
playing.
because you're
I'm not
I
slow
would-
playing.
The
You
judge walks
are.
over. Okay, sorry, got to do it again. Restart the clock. 30 seconds.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
well,
my action.
if you're checking it more than one time a turn with like a less than 10-second window, I would just give you a penalty point.
All right. Well, I would appeal you to another judge.
Opponent
but-
plays Super Laser Blast. Hold on, I need to look at the top card of my deck.
At any time. Thank you
Yes.
very much. How have you guys not seen the post rotation or the unfortunate rotation synergy of Thrawn 1 with this? That seems just so good.
Well, you
Like
already
in
know the
Twin
top card
You
of your
already
deck.
know you already know the top card of your deck and,
And then
their
you
deck.
just get to play it as your first action of the game. Like that's
I mean, I guess if it's good. I mean, it's just like Hondos in general. It's just giving you the top card of your deck as like an extra spot in your hand.
oh, I just love this so much.
It's really funny if
That's
they,
just so
I don't know,
good.
Qui-Gon Jinn into one of your units and he dies. I guess. I mean, you could just
Obi-Wan.
Qui-Gon the Hondo.
Oh wait, no, it doesn't work on your stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like this card, and I like that it's non-villainy or hero, so you can
Another legendary Hondo.
Yep.
Just after they printed an uncommon one, finally. Now they're going back to
yeah.
legendaries.
Hey, this is a good one though. I think this is a good legendary, personally.
We got
Hey,
a
The other,
Hondo.
the double blue Hondo is wild. It just needs the right deck.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
All right. Let's move on. We got a Qui-Gon Jinn, JJ or Sam. Tell me about Qui-Gon Jinn.
damn. Okay.
He's got a special set of skills.
Got a 4-cost ground unit Qui-Gon Jinn. He's a 3/5 Force Jedi Republic Sentinel. I like that they're still doing the Force trait thing, by the way. How they're like still marking the Force units with that little background.
Well,
like
if they
detailing
didn't,
thing.
it would ruin the whole game. That whole mechanic in the
Well, it
game.
means like the Force watermark in their text box.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't mean just like the Force trait, but when played and on attack, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may discard one of them, put the rest back in any order. What am I missing that makes this mean literally anything? Because it's the top 3 cards of your deck. You discard one of them, go about your day.
Yeah, if
Is
you
it the
are later in the game, you don't
order?
want your low cost stuff.
is that
Or
like,
Padme.
oh, okay.
No, 'cause that's not
because
from
you're
your hand.
discarding it for hand. Yeah.
But
Oh,
also,
yeah,
it's
you're right,
any
correct.
order, so you choose which 2 cards you're going to draw next turn.
Yes.
That's
or
true.
if you're going to draw
This
a
is-
card, it could
This
be
is
whichever
deck
one you want off the
curation
top.
101.
Oh,
This is
wait.
great.
It says you may discard them. You still put them back in any order. So you can
Yes.
just manipulate the top 3 if you want to.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, for free.
Right.
Why didn't when I was asking what I was missing?
Sorry,
that is
reading
what
the card explains the card, man. I don't know.
All right. I'm going to throw that back at you at some point. I'm going to save that for a few weeks until I can get you back with that.
Very common phrase.
This guy's great. So I like this. I can't wait to put him in my Qui-Gon Jinn deck too. So
I would just run Chirrut, but you do
You
man.
can just do both.
yeah, you could do both. I mean, then you have to have the Force with Chirrut. I could run
And
Boba.
then you're running blue Qui-Gons, which means you have Hondo, so you can like curate the top 3 cards of your deck and then use Hondo to spend the top 1 off of there because you're playing, blue, yellow.
and then on top of
And
that,
Qui-Gon is also not a heroic unit. Sorry.
and then you can use Qui-Gon's Force ability to pick Hondo back up and do the whole shenanigans over again.
And because he's not heroic, you can play As I Have Foreseen and then play the
Yep.
top card of your deck for 4 less.
Pretty
Can
good.
we
This keeps
defeat a
getting better
credit
and better.
token and ambush out Salacious Beak? Oh no, I got lost. Okay, never mind.
If you put Qui-Gon in a Jabba deck, that'd be hilarious.
I'm probably gonna do that.
All right, let's move on. The next 2 are kind of hidden. We have a Boba Fett. And
They
an
revealed the
Afra.
Boba Fett like in a different angle.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go through that one. So we got the 5 cost of Boba Fett, the new hotness, 6 attack, 12 health. No, I'm kidding. With Underworld and Bounty
He's
Hunter.
got 5 health. He has 5 health for what it's
5
worth.
health, yeah.
He's a 6.
And he reads, when played on attack, you may pay resource. If you do, deal 3 damage to a ground unit. So that's super good, especially when you have. Gosh, I'm trying to remember the name of the unit that lets you do on when played twice. But it helps you.
Qui-Gon's
You be
Aether
quiet.
Sprite.
Stop it, JJ.
Qui-Gon's
Stop.
Aether
You're
Sprite,
not
yeah.
going to play that. No
Yeah,
one's
why
playing.
not, bro?
No.
6 damage to a ground unit.
Yeah,
baby!
you can't even afford Qui-Gon's Aether Sprite till you can to play Boba. Like you'd be
Not
out
if
of
I have
whoa.
credits, bro. That's why I have
my
credits.
God.
Defeat 1 credit. 6 cost Boba Fett. 6 damage to a ground unit. I love it, JJ. I love it.
No, but still, I mean, even on its own, it's still really good to have that that ability to deal damage out immediately. When you play out a card, helps you weaken some stuff, help open a way for your other ground units to do attacks. Granted, this is only restricted to just ground units, but still, it's a good way to at least open that path and deal extra damage. If you happen to have Tarkin Town with this, if you're trying to take out like a high health unit, being able to put out that 3 damage and then do 4 more with Tarkin Town, or with Palp, like have a damage unit and deploy Palp on a later turn. You got your setup there. It's good.
Hey, can I ask a quick question too? So, if Boba Fett comes out, so let's say you have 4 credits, right? And you're playing Jabba, and you're at 6 resources with 4 credits. You play Boba Fett. You burn the credit, so it reduces his cost. You burn a second credit to give him when played damage. Then you can burn a 3rd credit during the attack, correct?
Yes.
So essentially, if I have 4 credits with Jabba and this, I can play on 6 resources. I could play that out and do 3 damage to a ground unit or 6 damage to a ground unit plus ambush. Correct?
Sounds about right. Yep.
Yeah, because the credits say when paying resources and he pays resources. Yeah.
I just went up and looked at that to make sure, because
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's how that interaction. So this Boba Fett is stupid good then.
Yeah.
At least with Jabba. But
Boba Fett's always stupid good in this game because they can't print a bad Boba Fett.
yeah, like this is great value. That's great value for that unit. At least in Jabba. This is gonna rival. Oh, can you imagine if we could play blue too and I'll have the new Vader? I just gotta figure out how to ambush the new. Oh, I can ambush the new Vader out with Jabba. Yes.
Yeah. Just do
I'm
whatever you
playing
want.
yellow
Except
blue
for
Jabba.
Blue Vader. Blue Vader's on an Underworld unit, but sure.
Damn it.
Guys. All right, this is like the planning phase syndicate tech. You heard it here first because this is a card that no one has run since the day it came out in a pre-release in case they pulled it and got to this many resources. Starhawk becomes good this set. if you can get it out with enough of your credits, Starhawk becomes disgustingly good.
Interesting.
The 9-cost green heroic ship.
Yes,
That costs 11 in
halves-
Java.
Yes.
Okay.
If you're
I hate
playing
you
green Java.
so much.
I'm just asking for clarification when Sam says this is like the best
Yes.
tech ever. That we're talking about an 11 resources card.
We're not.
What
talking
What if
about
they
Java.
just
I'm
reprint
just
Galactic
talking about
Ambition?
general. Like how that just seems amazing to be able to have everything. Use these to defeat your already halved resources. And
I'm
then you
also
still have
offended
resources to pay.
that you said the Starhawk was useless because, man, that was real fun for Endless Legions decks.
I won't lie, I haven't watched that yet, but that's actually on the list for tomorrow.
Endless Legion decks with Starhawk. So
Yeah,
you pay
that's
Endless
true.
Legions for 7. That's what I'm saying.
My Han 1 Endless Legions deck. I'll have to try and bring that back and do a recording of it for the Patreon or something.
Bale's faster.
Yeah, Bell's way faster. I'm just
All right, let's move on to the last card so we can get off of this segment here. We have Dr. Aphra, 4-cost red, 4/5 underworld unit. On attack, discard 3 cards from your deck, and you return an underworld card discarded this way to your hand.
Why is
Worst card of the
Aphra
set.
always discarding things?
I don't know. I like it. I'm happy. I hope we get a real graveyard deck this time. That would be really cool because it's one of my favorite mechanics in Magic, and it'd be cool if we had that. All right, the last picture I have is kind of just some of the artwork. I believe we're getting an R2D2 and a Vader, specifically a new Vader. That's my belief, is we're getting a new Vader. Could be wrong, but based on some of the stuff that I was looking at, I think we might be getting a new Vader.
gotta have like
That or
those
that could
Rogue
be
One.
like
insanely
that could just be a
surprising.
showcase art.
True.
That's Rogue One
that-
Vader, right?
Or prestige art of Vader if they make like a Vader unit, right? Like
It probably will be the showcase because that's what they did with Cassian and his mat of the climbing the thing. I'm going with the theory of showcase art. I like that.
which means Vader would be like another leader, which is what he's saying.
Yes. And I hope we get an R2D2 leader so I can play R2D2 and C3PO together in Twin Suns, baby. I'm excited. All right, well, that's enough for this set. That was a lot. That was more spoilers than I really wanted to go through tonight, but that's fine. We were happy to have them. It's nice to get spoilers. And we will be very excited when all the stuff drops. But until then, let's talk about current sets, because we haven't even talked about what rotation means. And I think this little snippet of what's going on is going to give us a conversation of rotation. I hope we get hats with dual icons on them now.
Yeah.
If they're going to do this, give me a dual icon hat, preferably yellow blue, or
Yellow,
green blue. I'll take either. Just give me blue. Give me blue back, baby. Give me my.
Do we just need to buy you a blue hat?
I would wear one if I had it. I cannot find one, so.
Get a Lion's hat. That's blue.
Yeah.
I do have a Lions hat, sure. I have a black Lions hat with the blue Lions logo on it, but it's not the same.
Send it to JJ.
Yeah, I'm sending that to JJ. Would you like my used Warren hat that I've had for 10 years, JJ? It probably smells like my sweat, so
We'll swap hats. I'll give you my old
Nope.
Giants hat.
I'm never gonna wear it because Giants can't seem to win a game, so it doesn't matter. I haven't lost the bet yet, so
Patreon video of making JJ burn all of his Giants merch.
Oh man.
okay, hold on. I like this. I'm in on this. That's our bet now. That's our bet. All right. That was the bet we had, Sam. Sam just brought up the bet
if
that
we get 10,000 Patreon or patrons by Vegas of next year, at Vegas he has to burn his life.
Oh,
It's okay.
man.
At least the Giants have actually won Super Bowls.
That's true.
I thought they were a baseball team.
Okay, all right, we're done. Let's keep moving. We're going to talk of Secrets of Power sealed deck tech is essentially what we're looking to do. And so tonight, as I kind of explained before, I went ahead and what I did is I bought a pre-release kit. We're not doing the pre-release piece. We're just doing just the 6 packs in there. I opened it, I sorted it, and then I took all the information and I dumped it in a document for the guys so that we could talk through it. So we're going to do a couple of things. The first thing that we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk a little bit about what leaders we feel work well. I know we covered this during pre-release, but now I wanted to kind of narrow it down and be a little bit more focused, especially since we've all played pre-releases except for JJ, and so we all have some experience with that. We're going to talk about key elements in selecting your deck. We're going to talk about which cards are auto includes to some extent, whether even if it's an offsuit, do you want to play it? We're going to talk about the best commons and uncommons. Then you're going to get to see me open some packs. And after we open some packs, we're going to start building the best hero and villain deck. I don't know if we'll do both, but that's kind of the idea, depending on what the guys think of my decks. So what leaders work well? So originally we predicted Satine, Jabba, Yularen, Mon Mothma, Deidre, Cassian, Luthen, and Sabay were some of the better leaders to have. Leia, Voss, Price, C-3PO were okay leaders, and Lamasu, Bale, Slymore, and DJ were trash. So I'm going to tell you, I would agree to move C-3PO into the bad category. I did try playing with him. We had another local that tried playing with it, and it just did not work. So we moved C-3PO down. I think also Leia needs to be moved into the good.
I agree.
At least for sealed. I don't know about draft, but I think in sealed, she is very good. And I think if you know how to build a deck around her, she's probably one of the actual better leaders. Is in my opinion, for it. I would also
I'd move Slymore up.
I was gonna say I'd also move Slymore up to the okay, and I would probably move Price down to the bad. That's probably where I would move.
I'd also probably move Cassian down to
I would too.
Either between okay and good or just okay.
Yeah, I
He's
would
just
move
so
him.
easy to play around.
Yeah, he was not very effective and didn't have enough synergy type stuff in his decks for it. So, and I never saw a Satine, so I can't say I experienced it.
I played against a couple Satines. They are a pain to get through.
So.
Yeah.
So these are kind of the leaders we feel work well. Like I could personally tell you Jabba the Hutt and Sabay are like some of my top ones. Sam had really good success with Yularen. A little bit more in draft, but Yularen had a lot of really good success, and you had good success with Mon Mothma too, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think I won all of the events that I played with Mon Mothma and Yularen. Except one, I dropped one match on Mon Mothma to Mon Mothma. So, other than that, I'm undefeated sealed this set, except 2 games. So I'm pretty alright with that.
All right. So those are kind of our leaders for recommendations, and like we could talk about in a minute, kind of the strategies behind it. But we found that those leaders are specifically ones that work very, very well with the pools that you get roughly. So I think the first thing that I would recommend is what is your first turn plays? Do you have enough first turn plays? So like when you're selecting your colors, I think you have to look at first turn plays, because if you don't have a first turn play, you get so far behind the board. Does anybody else disagree with that? Or does that kind of feel like an experience? Like if we have 30 cards, how many first turn plays do you need?
I mean, like technically the bare minimum is like 5, but it really should be like 8.
Yeah, I usually hover at 6 for me, but 8 is probably a better number for first turn plays.
I had 11 last night, and 3 out of my 7 games that I played, I mulliganed to no first turn plays. No first turn plays, no mulligan, no first turn plays.
I think you don't know how to shuffle very good, Alex. I think we're moving to that. Maybe you should have your opponent shuffle your deck for you.
I mean, they caught it.
Syndicate how to shuffle video.
Alex needs it. Alex just needs somebody to shuffle his deck for him.
I mean, when 1/3 of your deck is first turn plays, I don't know why you think you would draw them.
Yeah, that's true. I had in the first pre-release we did, when I read the only time I've ran Mon Mothma, I had 23 first turn plays in my 32 card deck. So that was pretty good.
Did you see a first turn play?
Yes.
Okay.
I did see a first turn play in every one of my shuffles.
Because I had a 35, I think a 35 first turn plays in my Kylo deck. In 2 games in 1 tournament, I mulliganed from having nothing to nothing.
Brutal.
That's the Alex
That's
move
rough.
there.
That's why I'm. That's why I'm.
That's why he
Dorian
plays
says
control.
lucky. Like it's normal for me.
That's what hurt him to drive him to have to play control was that PTSD.
yeah. Turns. If you don't have first turn plays, you don't need to worry about getting first turn plays.
Yeah, there you go. The next point is which leaders have the best card density for their dense pools, right? So if you're looking at them, like in ours, I have Luthen, right? I have Leia, I have Sly Moore, those type of things. And so like that's the big thing is how many cards, how many first turn plays do you have, and then how many cards do you have? So if you have like green, you have like 6 first turn plays, and blue has like 6 first turn plays. Great, that works out really well. But if you have nothing else, and like if you have no hero cards, like do you pick that? No, you have to pick something that has enough density to actually allow you to do it. So like then you would go, oh, I only have like in this pool I have 2 green and 3 blue, and only 2 of them are units for hero. So like you have to pay attention to like the density of your pools, which one nets you the most amount of cards when playing. Bombs. Alex, tell us about bombs. Why do I want bombs, and why do they never win you games, but they win everybody else a game?
Well, you'd have to have bombs in your sealed pool. That's the issue for me. I mean, they're just big units that are just really tough to out. Then when you drop them, you don't necessarily win the game, but like you just do super, super well, right? Like, a classic example from set 1 was just like, well, I have a reinforcement walker. Like, good luck trying to do anything with that. This set, like, Lando exists, right? You can just like, oh, you captured a tiny little unit. I'm going to heal 6, which is huge, and then also have a 6/8 grit unit.
You want to know what the best is? I learned that you get to choose the unit when I played that card. I did not know that.
Did you think it was Lando just captured?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, like I was like, oh man, I'm gonna lose my Lando. That's what I genuinely thought. I was like, we revealed it, but then when I played it, they're like, no, that Lando says you get to capture a unit, and Brendan was like, yeah, and I was like, so you can just take my spy
literally
token.
Anything.
Yes. And
Yes.
they're like, yeah. I was like, oh, well, have my spy token. I don't care.
It's gone now, but
Yeah.
yeah, you just healed
Don't
6
care.
from your base. Yeah,
Yep.
or like the full mana tricks, right? Like that's the huge, right? Or even like the shadow crawler, which isn't like necessarily like a traditional bomb, but like being a 6/7 ambush has enough like meaningful impact on the board that it's huge.
Which actually kind of leads us into our next point. Like anything you should be planning on playing cards that 2-for-1 your opponent or helps clean up the board of some sort, right? So Cad Bane is one of the better cards to have if you can get him, because Cad Bane comes out and he can sit there. He could kill a unit when he comes out. If they swing into him, it takes a second unit, and you did all of that for 1.
Yep.
The Shadow Crawler, as Alex was just saying, that's specifically a 2-for-1 card. You're gonna kill a unit 90% of the time. You're gonna still live, and they're gonna, if they do not kill that unit, you win the game. I found out. Sand crawlers or shadow crawlers are stupid good in green. Just dumb cards.
I've yet to draw one in my sealed bulls.
Yeah, didn't Eric have 2 of those that one draft we did? He somehow
I did
drafted
too,
both of
but
them.
I still didn't do amazing with them. But they are just so good.
One of my locals opened 3 of them in his Java pool for sealed.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
And a
that's
Krennic.
crazy.
I'm just like, well, can't do much about that. But I'd also consider like not necessarily, defeating the unit, but something like lurking snub fighter, right? When you like can plot it out with your leader and also exhaust something is like a pretty meaningful play. You're not killing things, but you are like gaining tempo, which is what the core of this point is just about like the efficiency of the tempo.
Yeah.
Or like bog down with prestige, right? Where you're just like, I exhaust this and I exhaust this.
Exactly. Yes. And like, yeah, bogged down the procedure is great. I don't think it's gonna be good in Premiere, but in like limited format, it's really good. I used it to quite efficiency more than one times with Padme. You know, and it just works very well to do things for 3 costs, especially when we have lower different density units that we're playing, or Alex has 0 low cost units because he can't draw them. He can just play bog down the procedure and just exhaust their whole board until the next turn.
I'd have to have a yellow card.
Okay, well, you probably do have a yellow card. So. The next point is talking about finishing games. So bombs obviously help you finish games, but you also need to have other cards that help you finish games. And they don't require you to have a bomb to finish a game. That does obviously help, but you just need a little bit better of a card that's not just this 2/3 job. So how Sam won all the games in Mon Mothma with 23 first turn plays, his 7 other cards must have been amazing cards.
Yeah.
To help him win those games. I think he had Queen Amidala or something like that in one of them.
2 of them were the 3 cost 3/5s. I had, I think it was 2 of the like green, just reveal a green, make a sentinel, which is just brutal in sealed. That is such a good card for 5/7. Like I just had some, and I had at least one of the 6/7 ambush crawlers. Like it was just an amazing pool. So that carried me through it.
So if you should be looking for bombs or 2-for-1s, you should be also looking at how do you finish your curve out, because you should probably at least have 5 or 6 cards that can help you close the game out. And hopefully you don't draw them all turn 1 and 2, that you have to resource them and then you cry a little bit, because I did have that happen to me where I had to resource my high-end cards early and then couldn't do anything about it. And then kind of the last one is, and this one's, in my opinion, kind of a secondary thing, is looking for synergy with your leader to determine if that leader's worth including. And so like in this meta, right, is you would have, like, for example, Leia. Do you have enough multicolors to get the synergy piece up? You probably do. So you're probably okay with that. She's a pretty easy synergy. But something like a Slime Moore, where do you have enough like lower cost units that you can keep units on the board to be able to also spend the resource to exhaust? That's kind of like a little niche thing. Or you have Prices, and more Prices, the other one where when she comes out, you have to have all these exhausted units and she gets buffed. If you don't have a way of creating all these token units, there's no synergy there. Mon Mothma, again, that's another one. If you don't pull a lot of officials, this deck pool I have has very limited official power in it. So like if I had a Mon Mothma, I probably would not play her because it doesn't do me any good. Anything else you guys want to cover for elements before we move on to the next one?
If you have a weird choice, I would always go with the flood of lower costed units over just like a swath of bombs, because you need to get to the end game to even drop bombs. And you can just sometimes just run over your opponent with just like super early stuff. Like a lot of Yulara decks do that.
Yeah. All right. So the next is kind of the cards I feel can be played offsuit. I put Chancellor Palpatine very large, and that's personal experience. I 100% played Chancellor Palpatine off suit because most of your leaders are flipping on 5 or more anyway. So it was very hard to be like, no, don't do this. Even in Hero, Sabe loved this. I played this in Sabe and nobody knew what to do with Sabe. She just lived for at least another turn or two. Yeah. What are the other ones? What do you, so like I have on here knowledge and defense. I think that's worth the cost because we don't have a lot of removal. Same with Let's Call It War. I would play that off suit. Lando, I 100% played off color. Just as an FYI, I played it for 9 resources and it was wonderful every time. There you go, Alex. This is the set I actually got to 9 resources almost every game.
How do you not? Every game.
Before I didn't. Now I definitely did, and it was amazing because Lando was just gold. It was like a mini vigilance baby.
Yeah, I mean the heal 6 is massive. It's a third of your base, or it's a fifth of your base.
Yep.
Yeah. Outer Rim Constable, I think, is because we don't have a lot of upgrade hate. Like, I included one of those in my Jabba deck just for the pure fact of if I ever needed it. Once in a while, somebody puts like one of those Unveiled Mites or a Sudden Ferocity on. What do you do if you can't kill their unit? If you have no units to kill the unit, or you have space units only, you don't have a way of killing it, it becomes a problem. Or that stupid Figure of Unity card. Oh my gosh. Like, that card is such a pain in the ass to play around.
Just exhaust your leader.
Yeah, with your
Or
Stumble's
whatever
fighter
unit.
that you played offsuit. Unveiled Might and Sudden Ferocity, I also think are both very good. They're
I
worth.
wouldn't do the Unveiled Might.
No, you don't think so?
Not off aspect, no.
I played it in my Leia, or not my Leia, my Padme deck, and it worked for Padme.
Okay.
It was good for her.
I don't think +2/+3 for 6 is good. No.
Well, for 5, you would have a +6 or a +3.
No, I wouldn't do Sudden Ferocity either.
Okay. I would. Same with Crucible. I also would play Crucible off color as well. Just because you're giving out tons of experience tokens, but only if you're going to have the ability to have units out on the field.
Yeah, like you need units for Crucible.
Yeah.
You don't have Beguile on here, and I think that's pretty big.
You would play Beguile offsuit?
Yeah.
Okay. I did not.
It's Waylay, but for units that cost 6 or less, and you also get to look at your hand, your opponent's hand. It's also really good in like Leia if you're not playing yellow, because you always have like a backup option, and then you can always just show the off aspect card with Beguile.
True. I guess I didn't think about that one.
And like Retaliate, I think I would even run off aspect just because it's like a worse Rivals Fall.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need something out, something huge.
Yeah. And then for the ones that are like specific to sweet colors is Galen Urso. I know Alex doesn't really like that card, but
I love Galen.
I like it even in this is because I know you can, like, if you have to know what the other cards they're playing are, but if you know what cards they're playing, you can brick a turn. I guess if you have Beguile, you get to look at their hand, and then the next turn you can just play Galen off seat.
You can also just choose something that's out if you just don't want it to have the ability anymore.
Yes.
Like
So
like
if you
Queen
name
Amidala.
Spy Token, do they lose both the Raid and the Sentinel if they're played by Chancellor Palpatine? Because that would give them Sentinel, meaning it would give them the keyword, and Galen would then erase the keyword, right?
I mean, it would lose the raid.
And this, well, wouldn't it also lose the Sentinel because they now have a keyword?
Oh, I mean, if you're playing with Palpatine.
Yes, like if they're played by the plot Palpatine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be when played. So yes.
You just name Palpatine.
Now you can. What you cannot do though is you cannot name. Well, you could name Chancellor Palpatine, but that doesn't stop him from giving other token units the keywords, right?
It would erase the entire text of that card.
If Galen was played first, it would. If Palpatine wasn't, yeah.
Yeah. Like Palpatine would just become a textless 2/2, which he pretty much already is after you play him. So,
yeah.
I would also submit that trade route taxation is another card that can be played off suite, especially if you're playing with leaders that like to give you a lot of token units that help you kind of have more of a bigger board presence. I can't tell you how many times that particular card has saved me from like an overwhelming barrage or from a super laser blast, and just allowed me to keep my units on the board and keep the pressure up for my side to push in enough damage to finish off games. It is a really, really good card to have, especially once you start getting to like the 6, 7, and 8 resource turns, and just really stop that if you have a larger presence.
I would also say Arrest is worth playing off suit as well for 4.
Yeah, maybe I didn't put that one up. That's a rare though, isn't it? I don't think I ever saw that one very much.
Also, is Galen and Palpatine.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't Padme are legendaries.
No, I think Padme and Lightmaker are both worth also playing off color if you want to be able to have the ability Padme even when she comes down. Just it's a hard time to kill. But
I don't know for 7 if I'd play Amidala.
I did in my Leia deck, and it worked in my Leia. When I got her down, I won the game. When I didn't get her down, I lost. But
is that really because of Amidala, though?
I don't know because I only won like a couple of games. So, but that was draft and versus sealed. And I also think emergency powers is very good. That you could just use it as a game finisher. But all right, so let's talk a little bit about the best uncommons of the set. So I went ahead and brought them up. We do have a document. You're welcome to go to the document. We will post the link of the document in the chat. I have started new tabs in the document for you to be able to kind of see. So I did a pre-release tab, and then I kind of moved over and I did a sealed tab. And as we tweak them, we could start moving those around. And then I am now also building pool tabs for each one of my different pools. So you'll be able to kind of follow along on my journey through sealed as I play sealed, either competitively or if we just play it for fun locally. I think one of the notables in here, like people miss Slimore. I think Slimore is really, really good as an uncommon. And then you have Lobots. Obviously, if you can draw lots of Lobots, it's super good. If you can't, then you just cry a little bit. Now let's say,
Say that again.
Lobot.
The name of the guy.
Lobot.
All right. Just check.
Is that not how it's pronounced?
No,
You
you're right.
pronounced like the O like a lot. You were like Lobot. I'm like, whoa. Okay.
Well, I'm from
All right,
Ohio, so I don't know. I got an Ohio accent. I say washed instead of washed. So there you go. We washed the clothes.
He's putting a Lobot in lobotomy.
All right. Good Lord. Obviously, Meanie is very good. Jar Jar Binks is great. Charged with corruption. Screeching TIE Fighter, I think, like, in this set is, if you are running yellow, if you have a couple of these, I think, like, that's really good because they're super cheap turn one plays. And then they also start, like, blanking out things on the ground, which in this set feels a little bit more important than maybe in Premiere. I did play Bale. Bale's fine, right? Like, but now you're stripping your hand again, and we don't have a way to fill our hand as easy as we do in Premiere.
You get tempo with the spy tokens,
but
which
you do
is
get
really
tempo.
nice.
Yep. And if you have Bale and Padme together, or Queen
Yeah, that gets
Amidala, then now you don't have to play a card this turn. You're just going to discard the damn thing and create another spy token for somebody to not kill her. Super, super, super good. Cadal Conics, I think, is one of the most underrated cards. People will always miss that card. She's really, really, really good. Kaz is another one, and Crosshair. I think Cinta Kaz, and Aggressive Negotiations. We all know about those cards. Like, I don't think that is. You also had B2EMO, which I'm assuming is because it gives itself Sentinel. So it's similar.
You can
to
give
Lobo.
anything Sentinel, and then all it does is just close 2 heroics, which is really easy to do, and it's got Restore 1.
Yeah. Could you imagine playing that with Queen Amidala, telling them she's Sentinel, and then they have to kill? Then she goes, "No, I'm just going to kill a spy token," but I did 5 damage back to you.
No, it's even worse because you just put Implicate with Queen Amidala, so anytime it's attacked, which gives it Sentinel, so anytime it's attacked, it creates a spy token, you just blow up the spy token.
Yeah, and they're taking 5 damage to every one of their units. So.
Right. So it just completely halts their entire side of the board because they can't do anything to kill her.
Yeah.
Until you swing into base and then retaliate.
Moving on to kind of the commons. This one's a little bit more like Rebel Pathfinder. I want to 100% say is amazing card, especially if multiples of these. Like, there is more Sentinels in this set than I originally thought. Like, when we sat down and did some planning out, I realized how many actual Sentinels there are in this stupid set. And that kind of goes to that Bravo Squadron Fighter. It's the same thing. Like, if you get a bunch of those cards, you play it because it's really good to be able to just give their Sentinel a middle finger for one turn and then let them kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Death Troopers. I think that was very important. I have Knowledge and Defense and Retaliation we have on here. I think, those are underrated. You have Imperial Dark Troopers, right? They're just like, here, have a 2-cost 3/3. Merry Christmas. I think I had 2 or 3 of those in my Jabba deck. It was so dumb. Just so dumb. Nubian Gonk Droid. Actually, Gonk Droid is really good.
Incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just starts,
with Impiet. It's so great. I love Gunk 4 Piet. It's
Okay,
so
we're
great.
we're talking sealed though. So in sealed, you don't get to play Piat. In
I know. I'm just
sealed,
saying in general though. Like it's so good though.
in
Love it.
sealed, Gonk Droid's very good though too because it allows you to discount some of the cards that you're playing, so you don't have to
Yeah.
maybe
Pay as much.
or resource as much. I think if somebody put a Gonk Droid down though, my first action was to kill that stupid thing as
Me too.
quickly as I could.
Poor
Nubian
Gunky.
Star Skiff. That was kind of like a surprise card. I did not think was going to be as good as it was. And that card actually panned out to be really, really good. In sealed. I don't know, Alex. What's a few other ones I'm missing that you think are worth notating?
I mean, even like, still, I guess, speaking with green, right? Like, the Daro Commando is just a 3/4 overwhelm for 3, right? Like, overwhelm actually is pretty legit in sealed like that. You know, the Shadow Crawler, you know, obviously is a common as well. So it's just like anything that has like ambush or restore. It's like generally anything with keywords tends to be pretty solid, or especially healing. Like the Donnie Pilgrim, the 1/3 when played, when defeated, heal 1 from your base is like a pretty legitimate play, even, especially because it costs 1. But it's also like, well, I heal a little bit. Creditor's Claim for Blue Villainy. It's an uncommon, not a common, but like +2/+2 when defeated, you kill something with 3 health or less. Right, that could also be their leader. Like it's just any, like one of the points we were talking about, right? Like efficiency and just kind of gaining like little, advantages when you can, stuff like that. There's a lot of those in the common cards, and I think those are, really solid.
Yeah. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a break real quick, and when we come back, you're going to see me open all of my sealed packs. Sorry, I'm leaving enough of a blank space for myself.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like so thirsty right now.
Go get a drink.
Yeah,
Or
I was
woman,
like, wait, I didn't
depending.
want to like get out during the thing. Like I'm.
Well, if you're gonna be
Alright.
super quick, run and get it. If not, just mute yourself. If it's gonna take a few minutes, that's fine. Just mute
It's not
yourself.
even gonna take me 2 minutes. I'll be right
Okay,
back.
run. All right. Well, welcome to the unboxing. To begin with, for this sealed discussion, what I thought I would do is actually open a pre-release box. We will not be using the 2 liters that you will not get when playing sealed, but I thought it would be fun to actually just buy up some of the product at my local and utilize that to open some packs. Now, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take our packs out here. What you are seeing is you're going to see me open the packs, sort the cards, and then what we'll do is I'll bring the guys back in and we'll actually have like kind of a full-fledged discussion around building that specific deck. But I thought it would be fun to go ahead and open the packs for you because pack openings are always fun. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a special card out of it. Probably not. So we'll start off by putting our leaders here. Way we know what our leaders are. Bases, I'm not even going to put on the table because at an event, my assumption is they're going to do the same thing at an event with the bases and give you options, all of them. If it does, at the very end, I will throw all the bases on the table so that we can look at them. All right. So we'll go ahead and start here. So, all right, we are going to go ahead and we'll start right here. We'll have Lost Jedi, Commando, Knowledge and Power, Ando Commission Hyperspace, Aspiring Senator, Let's Call It War, A-Wing, Political Bully. We also have Valiant Commando, Woodrow Hood. We got a Galen, so that's pretty good. We got an LSA, Unruly Astromech, and Rebel Propagandist. Yeah, we got a Deidre. That's exciting. All right, so Diplomatic Envoy, Dogmatic Shot Squad, Cruel Commandos, Congress Magistrate, Reckless Rebel, Trade Federation Delegates. We got JJ's favorite FN Corpse. That is literally JJ's favorite card, I swear to God, in this whole set. Republic Azatuk, Accelerate. Our plans. Ooh, we got a Screeching Tie. Corporate Warmongering. An AT Incinerator. We got a Dryden Voss. We got a Legendary, so that's pretty cool. Not that Dryden Voss is the best, but he is a playable Legendary in this. Inner Rim Coalition. We've got another leader. We got a Leia. We have Gonk Droid. A relief request. We got budget scheming. Another unruly astromech. A covert operative. A rebellious functionary. Regulations bureaucrat. A rebel pathfinder. Ooh, an enforcer squadron. No one ever knew. Cato Conics. That's actually kind of exciting. Diplomatic immunity. The Libertine. I'll put that up here. And we did get a Flumix. The Flumatrix. The Flumatrix. Flumix, Flumatrix. I don't know. Drives Alex and them nuts how I pronounce it. They aren't here to critique me. All right, so we got Luthen Rail. Populous Champion. Feed. Security. Senate Warden. Bogged Down in Procedure. Contempt for Culture. Contraband Starhopper. Beguile. Sith Assassin. Corellian Hounds. Our red pool's looking pretty good. Kino Loy. When Has Become Now. We've got a Hyperspace Sly Moore. I love that. Oh, we got a Chancellor Palpatine. And Congress of the Magistrate. We've got a Dryden Voss leader. Got one more pack left after this. All right, we got Senator's Aide, the Dahani Pilgrim, a Nubian Skiff, Alderani Envoys, Lurking Snubnose Fighter, High Command Counselor, Strike Force X-Wing, Lone Shark, ASP Laborer. We've got a Zam Wessel. We've got a C-3PO. Pretty cool. We got Hunter. Oh, we got Hyperspace Disaster. And then we got Shadow Crawler. And our last leader is a Jabba. Jabba. So we have Ferrix Uprising, the Treyas Acolyte, an ISB shuttle, another Nubian Star Skiff. Ooh, we got a Sudden Ferocity, a Skyhopper Canyon Runner, Grassroots Resistance, Ambitions Reward, Kira's Whispers. We do have a Sentacaz. We got a Hired Slicer, Charged with Murder, Punishing One, and a Bravo Squadron Fighter. Now, let's look at our leaders. We have a Jabba, Dryden Voss, and a Deidre, and a Slimore. Our heroes are Leia and Ruthen. Just as an FYI, let's look at our bases. I'm pretty sure we got one of each base. So we have a green, yellow, blue, red. Yeah, I think we are fine on bases. So that is our box. What we're going to do tonight on the show is we're going to actually take and we're going to break this down with the guys and kind of go, okay, well, what if we were sitting at a sealed tournament, a PQ, for example, and this is the pool we had. How would we build our deck? So I'm going to come back here in a few minutes and bring the guys back in, and we're going to actually talk through how we build this specific deck. All right, welcome back. Thank you all so much. Hopefully you enjoyed me opening some packs. No showcase, kind of sad, but still not a bad pool. So what we're gonna do is, as you can see on the screen, in a minute I'm gonna switch my camera over, and you're gonna be able to actually see the sealed pool, and we're gonna talk about how we're gonna build a deck. So you could kind of ignore for now, real quick, the images you have to pick a leader when you put all of these in here, and I had to do this for the guys. So essentially each one of the decks contains all the neutral cards for it, as well as the villain aspect cards or hero aspect cards. I then went through the effort of going ahead and breaking down based on Alex's analysis, right? That we just went over a few minutes ago of what's probably good, okay, bad, all that stuff. And I went through and I actually put the amount, the cards in that I have under each of the different columns. So, for example, we have Jabba the Hutt, Deidre, and Lutheran, Leia and Dryden and Slimore. And I think Slimore moves over, right? Like we talked about, and Leia moves over. So I don't have any bad leaders, which is good. I think that's actually really good. That usually doesn't happen. I didn't get any duplicates. I'm excited about this, right, Alex? You got how many duplicates?
Yeah, and you got 6 leaders.
Yep.
Which is nice, because when I did sealed, I got 5 leaders because one of my packs just straight up had no leader in it.
Yep.
And some pre-release leaders too, so you got 8.
So as you can see with the legendary, I got 1 legendary Dryden Voss. Out of the rares, the only good rare I got was Chancellor Palpatine, maybe Galen Erso, and Flummox if we're going to... I don't even know how to say that. So I'm going to call it a Flummox because I don't know where I even picked up that word, but Flummox it's a Flumma Matrix or something like that.
I mean, Flummox is still a word.
I'm glad I used the real word. Join us on the Patreon for how Tanner pronounces the entire Star Wars dictionary.
I'm gonna do a whole bit of that.
And then so you can see out of the rares, that's all the good ones I got. If you look at uncommons, I got a Slimore, a Nayla, and a Charged with Murder. Those benefit like the Jabba build, right? Like we could lean into a Jabba build, you could lean into a Dryden blue-green fill. But I also got Cadel Connix and Valiant Commando. And Cinta. So that seems pretty good. And I got my favorite Screeching TIE Fighter. I love that. I love that card so much. It's just like my favorite. I did not get 2 Wildro hoods, just so you know. I only actually got 1. I just screwed up the overlay. But I did get 1. If you look down at my commons, it feels like I got a pretty even amount of good, okay, and bad. So like it does feel like I actually got quite a bit more like good than bad stuff, right? Which is good because we want to win if we were to play this. Green does not have a ton of standout in the good, but it has some standout in the okay. Red feels like it has a lot of potential. Yellow also feels like it has a lot of potential, which is really weird for me because I don't usually play this set. I have not been playing yellow as much, but I
Interesting.
I guess I did actually play yellow twice. I played Padme and I played Sabé. So never mind. I played yellow twice. So yeah. So those are kind of the overlays. Like I said, this is going to be in our sealed document that we have created. For this set, you are able to check out the tab that has this. The link will be in the description. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch over to the cam. And you're going to be able to see there's a little bit of glare, and I apologize. I don't know how to 100% fix that, and I don't have the energy or the time to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and lay out my Leia, my Luthen. We have Sly Moore. So do that like that. Deidre, Dryden, and Jabba. So Alex, let's kick this off. Tell me where do you want me what do you want me to do to start with when we're talking through this? Where do we want to start, baby?
They're already sorted by aspects.
Yep. So I have top to bottom. Cool. I have villain, hero, neutral, and then it goes green, blue, green, red, yellow, and whatever the single aspect. And you
have a really even spread of hero and villainy, like straight cards too. So that's usually like a good indicator. It's like, oh, I got like a bunch of like hero cards. I'll lean towards hero. But it appears to me that you have a really even spread across the board, eh?
Yeah, a lot more than I had originally thought, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think Leia is, very good, right? She's pretty versatile. I don't know what color yet. I'm still working on that. So I would Leia's pretty good. Let me check out my blue pool, right? And if you look at it, it's like, well, you have Galen, Hyperspace Disaster. That's pretty cool. Charged with Murder's nice, and I'll say, but you don't have insane, specifically yellow, blue hero stuff, right? Or sorry, specifically just blue hero stuff. So then it's like, okay, well, what's your next best color? What cards do you have the most of? That's usually a pretty good indicator for that.
Yep, and I believe we'll go ahead and count.
I think it looks like red, but it might be green.
I like your green villainy stuff a lot. With the Chancellor Palpatine, the 5/5 Sentinel guy, the I think budget scheming's in here. We've got ISB shuttle, or the 3/4 overwhelm guy. I'm seeing a lot of good staple green sealed or draft cards in here that are just really good. So I don't know if you I would even incorporate some of those into your pool, even if you did hero. I'd still be running Chancellor Palpatine just as a plot card in hero, just in case you have nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? And
sure,
so, I mean, just run a bunch of those.
So neutrals, yellow neutral, and blue neutrals are the highest amount that I have. Red has the legendary and the rare that is really good. In villain, looks like I have 4 villain cards. Blue villain, I have 4 villain cards. Hero green is super lacking. Hero green is awful. And blue hero, I have 2 blue heroes.
Right.
Red, I have quite a bit actually. My red hero is pretty good. And yellow hero sucks. So yellow hero is not the way to go. I don't the problem I have with yellow is I didn't get a lot of what I was seeing before with the yellows, and so I'm a little concerned about being able to get some of the stuff with yellow, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you have yellow seems like a really solid supporting color because you do have accelerate or plans and beguile and bog down with procedure, and the loan shark's pretty solid actually. The unruly astromechs are better than you'd expect. So your yellow pool seems to complement whatever you're gonna ultimately go with. But unfortunately, like your blue pool isn't terribly great, so that kind of knocks out like Jabba and Leia, right?
Yeah. Which sucks because like the Jabba feels like the problem with the Jabba is that you just don't almost have anything good villain blue wise at all.
Yeah,
right?
you have like Slimore and like you're the Atreus Acolyte, right? So like your blue villain is like can be support, although it's probably not as good support as like your yellow pool. So it'd be like, well, red seems to be pretty solid. All the red neutral cards seem to be really solid, right?
Yes.
So that's what I then look into. You said you had really good red heroics. So like unfortunately it's like, well, you have Lutheran or Leia as your only heroes, right? Your blue pool doesn't seem terribly good. So then it's like, well, maybe you do green red Lutheran, right? If green's your second best pool.
Yeah, and like the yellow hero just is like I said, the yellow hero is just like abysmal.
Yeah, I mean you have Hunter, which is kind of cool, I guess, but that's about it.
Yeah, like he just doesn't do anything. Like the problem is like both the neutral, the hero, and the villain are decent enough. Like there's enough 2-drops. Like they like I got JJ's favorite card, FN Trooper Core. Like that's just like JJ.
Yeah.
JJ would tell you that's the only card you could play. I like some of me is leaning a little bit towards like a Slime More red, right? Because Slime More might be able to if there's enough in red. I the problem I have with heroes, I don't personally like Lutheran, but I don't think that means I should just rule it out, right? Because like my goal is to win, but I just don't I have not seen Lutheran be able to take down things as easily with it, whereas like Slimore or Deidre or Dryden would be a better bet. But you want to know what I don't have a lot of is stuff to discard with Dryden. So like I don't think Dryden's also the way to go because like Dryden blue, I don't have anything higher than a 6.
You also have No One Ever Knew, which is an incredible card with Slimore because spies are officials, so you can just exhaust the entirety of their board.
No one ever knew which one's that.
It's a 2-cost yellow villainy unit where you exhaust for each friendly official you have, you could exhaust an enemy unit. And because you have that and like a really solid red-yellow package, I'd probably actually do a yellow-red Slimore, which is kind of weird.
It does feel weird, but it just almost feels like. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna build this out so that we're actually gonna look at this right now. So if we think the first thing that we should build is that, then let's build that. Because otherwise, I think you're right. I think the other option is green, red, Lutheran. I think that's like the only.
Yeah.
I think if we're gonna talk hero, our only option with hero is Lutheran. Unfortunately, I don't think
your blue pool's just not good.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even get it. I got one good event right in the whole thing. 2 good events. Two good events in the whole thing. Okay, so we're gonna pull Leia off the table. We're gonna move Luthen up, and Luthen will probably be like a secondary thing. So the question is, we're gonna take Jabba off the board too. I think at this point, and I'm gonna take Dryden off the board. And so let's just real quick review. We're pulling Dryden off the board because I don't have a lot of good units to ambush out with Dryden, and he comes out so late. I don't think it's worth it right now.
Yeah.
We take a Jabba off the board because the blue pool is, and Leia because the blue pool is just probably not where it's at.
Yeah.
For now. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pick up this blue pool here real quick just to get it off the table. And before we dive into the Slimore, so I think now we're saying we're here with Deidre and Slimore. Like these are the only 2 viable villains along with the hero Luthen, right? So we are stuck in red no matter what. So we're going to move our red over. And the question is do you think is Deidre worth looking at with either yellow or green? I've never played a Deidre yellow.
I think Slimore might be a little bit better option for yellow, but other people can give their opinion.
Yeah. Anybody else have an opinion before?
Yeah. Yeah, based on what you have so far, I think Sly.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm already biased a little bit into Sly because I really like Sly.
Okay. All right.
That's right.
But I think she just performs a little bit better because she's you, aggro tends to do pretty well in a limited environment. So you can probably out aggro them with Slimore over more. So, Daedra.
Okay. So that means what we're going to do is we're going to pull green pool off, even though I do really love this green neutral pool. And we're going to pull the green off for now. And we're going to put that aside in case we decide to build a Lutheran deck. And so then this gives us our pool. I'm going to pull, can I pull Libertine off? Am I just allowed to say we're not playing this card? Like, am I just allowed to say that?
Yes, I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
it'd be wild if that even put in a deck.
Like that, we just don't need to play that card, right? Like that was a rare I had zero desire to have, right? Okay.
When are
So
we
now-
doing DJ in Sealed?
What? No, I'm never gonna
When are
play
we gonna do
DJ.
DJ with Sealed?
No, I'm never gonna play DJ with Seal. So now we could kind of separate. Now the big thing is let's separate out by where we think the cards are. So like I have for my villain, there's my bombs. I guess I gotta move it down a little bit. So I think Full Matrix is a really good card. I think we keep Dryden, right? And we have Dryden and in the Enforcer Squadron. I think those are both very solid cards, right? For us. Players driving me nuts.
Yep.
So we definitely keep let's call it War. That's like a no-brainer. We keep Sudden Ferocity, right?
Yep.
We're gonna keep keep
Cinta.
Ambitions Reward, which is when played, create a
Yes.
spy token, because
Yeah.
that works really well with her ability, right? Yep. So I think that goes into the upgrades. I think you're right. I think we keep Cinta in here. I think Cinta's very good with her too. Though it does mean you either have to hold her for a turn or play her out of hand.
You're just playing her out of hand.
Yep. We have Punishing One. I think we put Punishing One in here too, right? I know you said that you don't like that card, but I think it goes in here.
Yeah, it's you don't really have too much of a top end.
Yep. And I have the AT-AT Incinerator. I think that has to go in here for top end too, right? No? Okay, so we'll put that aside for now.
Maybe, but
I have Corellian Hounds. I like that card, so I'm putting that in here.
it's a good card.
We have the Contraband Showstopper. That's like a turn one play. That's the one thing we have not done is kind of turn one plays, but we have a Reckless Rebel. It's a turn one play. I think that's pretty good. That's an easy slot in there, right? And then we have Republic Ozatec Starfighter, which is whatever. I don't think it's great, but I think you put it in here.
What one was it?
The
Sorry?
Ozatec, the Ozatec Starfighter, the 2/3 grit for 3.
Yeah. I will absolutely put that in there.
Arek.
Sure. Whatever.
AUREK. Ozatoks are completely different things. But yes, I would put that in there.
Whoever has the bingo card, Tanner said something wrong.
All right, now let's do the villain. So we have a Screeching Tie that goes in there 100%. We have the Lurking Snub Fighter. I think that's an easy call too.
Yep.
Trade Federation Delegates, that's an easy yes. No One Ever Knew. I think that's an easy 2-cost event.
Yeah, that's really nasty.
Yep. We also have Beguile, which we're gonna put in there. And I think we have enough yellow. We can actually put the Bog Down the Procedure in there.
Definitely.
Easily. We have Hired Slicer, which I'm not as sold on, but
I would still put it in there because it's a kind of cheap unit with decent stats.
we have 2 Unruly Astromechs. I think we definitely go that route.
That fits naturally.
Yep. Like those are very, very good. We have the Regulations Bureaucrat, Exhaust Rate. Well, we need to turn one place, so I guess we're playing him because we're at 5 turn one plays.
Yep, and it's also an official, so like it actually lends to your No One Ever Knew.
Yep.
And also it is just very annoying.
The Sky Popper, Canyon Runner, because we need to turn one play. We have the
Yep.
Lone Shark. I think the Lone Shark goes in there.
I like the loan sharks.
Yeah, he's actually really good. Because he's a 3/5 ambush for 4. So
Yep.
we have accelerate our plans, exhaust a friendly unit
Oh,
if
yeah.
you do attack with another unit.
+3, baby.
And then we have Kriya's Whispers.
Yeah.
I don't
It
know. I
just-
don't. You like that's a good card? I don't know.
Draw 3. I mean, put one on top, one on bottom, and the other card in your hand. It's not bad, but it helps you dig deeper into your deck, especially because you have so many one-offs. It can help get you to like your bigger bombs.
Okay. Then we have the Sith
The second
Assassin.
card.
That's an easy yes. We have Political Bully. I mean, our 3 slot is filled. We almost don't need Political Bully, but I guess you probably just play it anyway, right?
Yeah,
All your spies are officials. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly why I would put him in. Yeah.
We have FN Trooper, which we'll put in just for JJ.
Thank you.
um,
Appreciate it.
I like the FN Troopers.
We have Contempt for Culture.
Great card.
And then we have Where Has Become Now, and I think you play that because if you have to put Senta down for some reason, you can pick it back up.
I don't
Yep.
like it.
No?
No.
I'll put that
Even
to
if
the
you add
side.
Chancellor Palpatine, I'm still not a big fan of it.
Yeah, chuck it to the side just for now.
We have Ando Commission. I think that goes in there. That's a Sentinel.
Yep.
We have Inspiring Senator. We do technically have quite a few officials, but I don't know. I guess it's a 3/3 for 3 anyway. It's just that 3 slot is super full. We
Yeah,
have,
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do the inspiring senator.
okay. Then we have the Aspie Laborer, which
I love that thing, but
I think we put it. I mean, because of the turn 1 plays I have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only have 7 of them, so I think you put it in there so that you have 8.
it's also restore, which is pretty, nice.
I will immediately say I'm putting Chancellor Palpatine in here. I think offsuit that goes in there no matter what.
Yes.
I don't. That goes.
I think
in
it's okay.
the 5 slot. Yeah. Is there anything else that you saw that you thought should go in from like an off color? Because we don't care. We don't play Conch Droid, right? That seems silly to do.
Yeah,
No,
with
I
your
wouldn't do
little
anything off color.
know.
Sorry, do you have the Trade Federation delegates, right? The 3/4 create 2 spy tokens when played.
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. That
I
one goes
must
in
have
no
missed
matter
that.
what. That actually goes. I think if I play Yellow Villain, I play that all the time in Seal.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else. We don't care about Slime War. We don't care about Diplomatic Unity because we can't get it off. Do we? I think we put Knowledge and Defense in there. I think I put that in there. So I don't know if I need removal or not.
I don't think you're an aggro deck.
All right. So then I don't see anything else. So if I don't put that in there, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 2, 33, 34, 35. I'm at 36. I'm over 6 cards.
Yeah, so you can just cut a couple of them.
Okay. So we're going to say the Flomo Matrix stays no matter. I'm going to keep that no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
And I think since a cast stays no matter what. Corellians and Trade Federations stay. FN Trooper and Palpatine stay. Not going to get rid of them. What did I say? 36? I said 36.
Yeah, you got 36.
I am going to play Dryden Voss. I don't always agree that he's the best, but I do think because you can upgrade him with
You can also give him accelerator your plans. Make him swing for 10.
yeah. So like I think that's probably worth. He's definitely worth it. I think we keep the Enforcer Squadron and the Lone Shark.
I agree.
Sudden ferocity.
So then we put Political Bully in. We know we want that. We know we want all of these events. We know we want Sudden Ferocity. We want the Unruly. I'm going to leave Hired Slicer out for now. I think we keep the Ozatuk, the Republic Starfighter in. I don't like this card, but I think you keep it in case you have to face against space, right?
Yeah, it's just like another space unit.
Yeah, and we could definitely keep the snub nose.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then all of these events. So I am down to, I've cut 3 cards if I keep all of these.
Yeah, I think 33 is fine.
Okay. Though I do worry, like I do like the Ando commission for a Sentinel if I need it, but I don't. Other than that, it doesn't have any.
100% keep that.
Other than that, it has no other synergy. Hired Slicer, I don't know if you need.
Yeah, you could probably cut it.
Like I feel like we have enough 3 drops. That's probably just the cut. I don't want to get rid of the punishing one only because it's space, but at the same token, I don't feel that one's does much for our deck either.
It can charge up your Republic RX Starfighter. It's okay. Like I said, it's fine.
I mean, are we gonna run 35 cards and
I mean, you just run like 33.
Well, what am I?
34 or 35? Like it really doesn't matter.
31.
All right. Well, I've cut 1 card so far out of this whole thing.
And how many do you have total?
30. I'm at 35. If I cut Hired Slicer out, I'm at 35.
Do you have ASP Labor still in? Because I'd cut that.
I do. I'm just worried that I'm going to go down to 7 1-drops. So yeah, that puts me at 8 1-drops, which is more of a sweet spot. That's more than 20% of my deck is 1-drops, and that's kind of what I want.
We got to go back to the 3 drops. Then it sounds like.
Yeah, the 3 drops is probably where you're gonna make your cut.
Do we say like Unruly? Well, no, Unruly Astromech's really good for this deck. I don't know.
I think you keep Unruly Astromech no matter what.
We would go to your events then, like.
I mean, I guess
down procedure, and probably cut that if we need to cut.
You could cut Palpatine.
True. You can cut not or maybe Contempt for Culture.
No.
I think Kira's Whisper.
Damage cards.
We can get rid of Kira's Whisper.
But you don't want to be getting rid of any of their turn 1 plays and then creating that, because then that puts you back on your ability to create spy tokens.
So I killed their unit and also got a unit out of it. I'd much rather have that than using Slimemore's ability.
Sure, but then that puts back your ability to have more units later.
And I killed one of their units and created a spy token, which is far better than anything else. That's like an incredible first turn play, is just kill their first turn unit and then create a spy.
I hate Regulations Bureaucrat just as a card. Like, I hate that so much every time it hits the table because I never run it and my opponents always do. So it's like...
I actually found that it does stuff in sealed if you, because you can mess with their curve quite a bit, and then it's like a pseudo sentinel. They just have to kill it, and then you don't care because as long as they can't kill it in one swing, you don't care.
You can also exhaust it for accelerate your plans and not lose anything.
True. So I don't know. So are we cutting Palpatine and punishing one, or are we just running 35 cards and calling it a day? Because it's a bay.
I would cut punishing one, leave it at that. I think 34 cards is fine. I did 35 cards in the Mon Mothma sealed, but that had extenuating circumstances.
I just like Chancellor Palpatine and Slimemore because when you flip, you get the tokens with it, and it protects you, and then on top of that, you have the ability to do your shenanigans easier.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree.
Yeah. That's a good rationale. I like that.
34. It's not bad.
I'd play the other plot cards over it, but like if you don't have those cards, that's a good leader flip.
Yes.
I mean, the only way that I'm playing other plot cards over it is if I have Sudden Ferocity and this, or like if I have 2 that I can put together. I'm not kind of like.
I would rather play 1 Sudden Ferocity or 1 Lurking Snub over Chancellor Palpatine in a deck like this. It's an aggro deck.
Yeah, maybe that's fair. But do we cut Cinta? Because if you're so aggro that like Cinta as a body doesn't kind of matter. That action economy doesn't really matter.
No, I'm not counting. I'm not cutting Sensa because on my 6 resources, if I have her in hand, I can just swing in with Slime More right away, right? Or I can swing in with something else. So I
Sure, but
don't.
then you could also just attack, right? Then that doesn't save you the action economy if you're doing the same action.
It
Yeah,
does.
you're getting a 5/5 body out of it.
Yeah, I'm putting a 5/5 body on the table, so I'm saving. I'm using my resources to play something right now, so that way I could just swing in and I could claim if I need to claim to be able to win ahead of time. And now they have to deal with a 5/5 body. So I don't know if you get rid of the punishing one or not. I kind of feel like you do, but at the same token, the problem is if you get rid of punishing one, you're going down. And I guess I would see how I have to see how it plays out because I do have like 6 other space units. So I guess
And if you're going space heavy, that's a pretty good for aggro decks in general.
Yeah. Maybe you cut the 4 cost hidden whatever, because on 4 you could probably rather do token generation and a 3 cost.
No, I'd rather have the 5 hidden in space. 5 swings for a lot in space.
I don't know. This is a hard cut. Like I'd probably cut Fulminatrix because if you're really such an aggro deck, you don't want to
Not gonna get it there. Yeah.
Or if they stall you out, you have a way of actually getting back into the game.
Yeah.
You're really not making this easier on me.
I don't cut full. I don't think you ever cut Fulminatrix.
Do you have that AAT incinerator?
No, that's already cut.
Yeah,
I already
good,
cut that.
I think it's useless.
Yeah.
What other?
All right, so I think at this point, maybe just revisit the plot cards at this point because when you deploy the leader, are you really going to be able to play all those plot cards?
Maybe cut FN.
No, but like the plot cards that you have in there aren't really like, oh, this is really good if I play plot. They're just really good situationally. Like the Lurking Snub, you don't have to plot out. It could just be like whatever, you exhaust something. Same with Sudden Ferocity. It's like, cool, this thing just now has +3.
You could cut the Corellian Hounds. I bet you could cut Corellian Hounds for the punishing one.
There's not a world in which I don't want the Corellian Hounds. That is an amazing card.
You can probably clear ground with a lot of spies and the damage you're doing with Slime War.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd rather cut punishing one over that any day.
All right, is that what we're going with? We're saying 34 cards, or do we cut Palpatine as well? And punish. You just cut Palpatine then? Is that just the answer? Even though I said we should always.
It's a hard answer because I like Palpatine a lot too, but I think in this deck, I think that might be the correct choice.
I don't know why you want to cut from 34 to 33. What's wrong with running 34?
Yeah, right. I mean, I would just stay 34, but if you have to cut one more, my vote's for FN.
All right, we're running 35, baby. That's
like,
the
who
Tanner.
cares? As long as you have like a decent amount of first turn plays, it doesn't really matter how many cards are in your deck.
Hey, just run Data Vault as a sealed. You know, it's not that big. It's not that hard.
All right, we're gonna kill you. All right, so if we were gonna go with Luthen, you think it would still have to be green, correct?
Yeah.
Maybe yellow. Just take out all the villainy cards, throw in heroism cards, call it a day.
Yeah, except for your yellow heroism is like a Bravo squadron and like a hunter.
Yeah. So if I do that, so that means we don't want.
I would not do yellow.
No, I was totally kidding.
Yeah, it has to be green. Like we don't. Yeah. I don't think we don't get a choice. So
your blue sucks. Your green is better, and then your yellow is meh for hero at least.
All right, that means let's go back to. We have our green feed because I think this will tell us which one we really run. Right, like this is pretty simple. There's a rebellious inner coalition. I think you run that still, even though it's not that super great, but it is a 3/3. We definitely run Cadal Connect. High Command Council, Pathfinder, Covert Operative is a maybe. Phoenix Uprising, do we run that? That's probably an okay one.
I'll probably put that to the side. We're probably going to run into a situation when you end up needing to cut cards.
All right, Nubian Star Skiffs. I think Kino is pretty good.
Yeah.
The whatever the Dario Commandos I think is good. We have to have the diplomatic envoy. We're definitely playing Gonki.
Yes.
Senator's aid. Budget scheming.
Yes.
I put it on the
Depends on how
side, see how many officials you have.
Yeah, because I don't know if we have a ton of officials, right? All right. So then we have punishing one that goes in. We have the contraband Starhopper. Ambitious reward. We put that in there still anyway, right? Or no?
Yeah. +1/+1 get a spy.
Yeah.
Messes with math and you get a token out of it.
All right. Sudden ferocity. Let's call it war. That's an easy one. Cinta Kaz and Corellian Hell.
What are your bombs in Luthen? Like that above Cinta? that you
Shadow
play?
Crawler.
Just Shadow Crawler?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there isn't a lot of other. That's why, like
You don't have a lot of bombs in your set, like in
Yeah,
your
we
draws.
and I don't know if because the problem is Luthen's gonna have a hard time trading to get his ability off. But you could just never worry about his ability because his ability is when a friendly unit is defeated while attacking. Well, if you're not defeating units and you're just going aggro to base, you could just ignore it. He is a really bad flip leader compared to.
Really? I
Sly
love
Moore.
his flip. When he's out is nasty. He's so hard to deal with. Because it's not like once per turn, so anything that dies, you can just start taking out the rest of their units by doing damage to those units inside their base.
I guess, but then you're also sacrificing all of your units for it too. So if we win,
if you 2-for-1 their units, that's super worth it.
true. That is true. So okay, for turn 1 plays, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 turn 1 plays, so that's automatically that's good. That's better than what we had before. We just don't have any big bombs. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 7. We're at 27 cards with this. So if we put in, we could put the Andos commission in. I forgot about that. So that's 28.
ASP loader.
The ASP loader, laborer. So that's 28, 29.
And I put in
Inspired
Beguile.
Oh, yeah, Beguile.
Yep, and then we have and then the Beguile for 30.
And the Lando Calrissian you brought from home.
I'd also probably do the -2/-2 draw card.
Knowledge and defense.
Knowledge and defense.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah, we could put in the inspiring senator too if we really wanted, but I don't know if we need anything in the 3-level spot. So.
Yeah, if your curve's low on 3, do it. If not, just.
I think you
Throw
put
it in the trash.
Ferrix up. I do think you put Ferrix Uprising in though.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
think-
damage.
Yeah, I don't think you put the budget scheming in. I don't have that many officials.
That works.
Okay, makes sense.
I do have some. I mean, there is some in here. Like,
Is Luthen himself an official? I don't
No.
recall.
nope,
No,
he's just
okay.
a rebel.
Yeah, he's just a
Okay.
rebel. Yeah.
If he was an official, I would, because at least you can kind of guarantee yourself a use out of it. But if he's not, then don't.
And then the last one would be the covert operative. Would we put the covert operative in there, or that one? I mean, it doesn't really. The problem is it's a 2/4. It does deal with capturing something that's a 2 cost if it's still there, but it feels like highly situational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Oh no, that thing is terrible. Never do that. No.
I mean, I understand that part, but at the same time, at worst, you just resource it, right?
We can put the AT-AT incinerator
At
in
best,
here.
it could be literally anything else in my deck that I'd rather draw than it.
True. Yeah. AT Incinerator could be all right. Or AAT. God, it's our spoiled card. How do we not know what it's called?
Because they're like,
AAT.
Oh.
So, all right. Well, I think that's so we came out with 35 cards, with roughly 35 cards of Sly Moore. We came out with roughly 32 cards for Luthen if so, we're gonna go down in the row. We'll start with JJ and then Alex and then Sam. If you had to pick one of these two decks, JJ, which one would you pick to play?
Sly. I would go with Sly. Hands down.
And why is that?
I think you have a lot more options. There's a lot more cards that kind of work with Sly with what you've drawn so far, and even going as far as 35 cards. You have a lot of ways to react to whatever your opponent might have. So I think that you have a higher percent chance to properly knock out your opponent before your opponent can, assuming unless they have a fantastic a set of cards that they just brought out of sealed. I think you have a greater chance of having a nice, consistent first turn play and cards to help follow up behind that with what you've constructed so far with the slide deck than with the second deck. And I think you're likely to leverage slide more better with that deck.
All right, Alex.
I mean, I like Sly more. And I think it's just a faster aggro deck. But I do like the potential of the Lutheran deck because, like, you have some really, really good cards.
Yeah, Lutheran. I mean, we still do have quite a few things that fit with Lutheran too, and maybe it's just that red suite, right? That we have that fits everything very well. Sam, what do you think?
Honestly, I'm also going to go Sly. I feel like the yellow complements the red really well with the certain cards that you have. Palpatine coming out on the flip turn just seems really good. Having Cinta and Fulminatrix for just late game bombs, just in case they stall you out late enough, seems great. But then also being able to, like, Sudden Ferocity or FN Trooper Corps, like, you have some really good key plot cards, and I think you have 4 of them, which is a pretty good ratio for 34 cards.
Yeah.
To always get one plot card, just resource it, chuck it down there. Even if you don't play it, you still have it. I don't know. I feel like it's just a really well-rounded sealed deck, and I would feel fairly confident being able to play the Sly deck into most other sealed decks with how tuned it is, at least.
Yep. So just to recap, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 crossover cards between the two decks. So just as an FYI, we have well more than 20% of the deck, almost 30% of the deck is like crossover between the. So. All right. Well, hopefully you all enjoyed that piece of it. This was fun to do. We will probably do another one of these. We will do another one without maybe some of the beginning context, or maybe I'll add it into the video later. I don't know. We do have one more. We do have 6 more packs that we can do that I bought for this ability. So we will probably do another one of these here in the near future. With that being said, thank you all so much. We are going to be around for Thanksgiving. This time we are not taking a week off. As we'll take probably more time off around the other holiday that comes up, Christmas time. But we do have a special guest that will be on next week. Stone Rain Productions is going to be joining us, and we're going to be talking a little bit about some underrated cards that we have, and we'll probably have some cool, like, weird off-meta style decks that we thought would be kind of fun to cover. So, with that being said, thank you all for joining us tonight. We will see you next week. Have a good night, and we'll see you on the Flippity Flop.
Happy Thanksgiving and have a good night.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everyone.